Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. So, Saturday night. What are you guys up to?
Saturday.
I was thinking about playing some D&D. I don't know about
I have plans with some fun people, but
Yeah,
Hang out with some friends.
He's gonna maybe play some Dungeons and Dragons. But... I know. Otherwise, Katya would be really disappointed.
Katya says she has a hot date, so I don't know what that means, but
you know,
gonna have to re-dye her hair for that.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, I can't have frosted tips for that date. What?
Oh my god!
That's me. It's essential crisis. Sorry.
Wait a second. You just have more than one of those? You don't just dye them?
I am that good that I dyed the Black Panther. Yes,
it looks.
She just bleached them.
Beautiful. Well, hi everybody. We're excited to be here today. So we're gonna have some adventures. But before we do, we've always got a few words for our wonderful sponsors that we love so very much. So I'm gonna toss you over to Brad for those.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brad, and we have three lovely sponsors that help make the show possible. First, our friends at Gaming Paper, whose logo, can't see that hand. Right underneath Leith is the Gaming Paper logo. Check them out at gamingpaper.com. They have everything you need to map out your combat for your RPGs, whether that is rolls of grid-based paper, isometric paper, dry erase dungeon tiles. They even have their own modules and things that you can run in your game. So check them out at gamingpaper.com. Our second sponsor are our friends at Sirenscape. Sirenscape is going to be providing all of the lovely music and background noises not made by us throughout our game tonight. If you're looking for
Hunter's Mark.
Their sounds are a little bit better than those ones, which is why we use them.
I guess.
Thanks,
so if you're looking to add ambiance to your role-playing game, check them out at sirenscape.com. That was unintentional, Ross, but I'll throw it to you. Our third sponsor, I had to think for a minute because counting to three is difficult. Our third sponsor are our friends at Character Case. As you can see in Liz's screen and Carrie's screen, we have these lovely blue character cases. If you open them up, they have spots for all of your notes, all of your dice, your minis, places to roll your dice, a hard surface to take notes on. When I travel to play D&D, which happens like every couple weeks, every week, every other week, I play a lot of D&D. And if I didn't have a character case, I would forget stuff all of the time because I am not an organized person. So if you are like me and are not organized, check them out at charactercase.com. Unfortunately, they're still sold out of their current run of the product, but they've got big things coming soon. And they also just recently launched a new podcast. So check them out on Facebook at Character Case, at their website, charactercase.com. Also on Facebook as Helpful NPCs, which is their new podcast, I believe the title of some sort of phrasing of that sentence. I'm just going to stop talking because I covered the three things I was supposed to say.
You did good. You did real good. Yay. As always, we are a charity stream that is trying to earn money to bring back Dog Story Theater, which is much beloved to our hearts and to many of the other people out in Good Rapids. So there is, Brad's pointing at it, there is a link up at the top of the screen. Yes, that's one, the Bitly link. And you can use that to make a donation. All that money will go towards rehoming Dog Story to a new place so that it can continue in all of its glory. Yay.
Hurrah.
Yeah. So some other things. We are always thankful for the art by our lovely artist friends, Barb Williams, Isaac Grimaldi, and TJ Corbett, who have done various and sundry drawings and art that you see around of our characters and specific Dice Tales people. So thank you to our good friends. Check them out in all of their art and other projects. Don't forget you can catch up if you are behind or new to Dice Tales by checking out our podcast. And then all of our streamed Twitch episodes are on our YouTube channel, and everything is branded Dice Tales Live to make it easy for you to find and follow us on all the social medias. Yay!
Our last episode just dropped on YouTube, and guess what, guys? It's pretty great.
It is pretty great.
Confessions.
Pretty good. It's dramatic. If you like the interpersonal dramas and extreme character growth, you'll like that one. It's a good one. Check it out. All right. Am I missing anything? Anyone else got any exciting announcements, other projects they want us to know about?
Not I.
None I said fly. Kara, you and any millions of streams coming up? I know you.
Yeah, always.
you want
I
to
got
drop?
on Monday nights, I play on Mini Terrain Domain. I'm there on every Monday night. I play a barbarian, which is I'm very out of character for me. I know.
Never would have seen it coming.
Yeah, I know.
Never.
I know. So uncomfortable with that. And then on almost Halloween, on the 30th, I'm playing in a Halloween stream on that same channel, Mini Terrain Domain.
Halloween stream. Speaking of Halloween streams, if you watched or listened to, I guess, or attended and watched our Halloween special, the spooky interlude, where the goose is loose came from and other nonsense. We do have another Halloween special coming up next month. So be prepared for that, everybody, including players in my game.
That's a fun surprise that you didn't tell us until just now. Oh my God.
Yeah, the gloves are off on Halloween.
Everybody practice your animal noises.
Anything could happen, as you've learned.
And other people's accents.
And other,
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
oh no. No, not again.
I've already done body swapping. I'm not
Sure.
going
Yeah.
to repeat myself.
No, Brooke is more creative than that. She would never do that again.
Well, now that you don't think I will, I will. But anyway, I think that's everything. So we're going to go ahead and pop the recap up. So we will see you on the other side.
All right.
After escaping the sewers and returning to the temple, Beyonce partook in a Tyran confessional, where he divulged some of the guilt he'd been feeling and uncertainty about his judgments. Meanwhile, Jill, Callista, and Seamus confronted Ashglade, ultimately attacking him for his role in putting the swarm in danger. They took him to Beyonce, who agreed a tribunal should be held. With a little help from Leith's suggestion spell, Ashglade was found guilty, but ultimately, after a stirring speech, Beyonce forgave him his crimes and allowed him a second chance, a decision some of the party disagreed with. Once the dust had settled, Father Antorum brought the Children of Destiny together and told them what they'd learned of the seed, and a mysterious blade called Extinction which could destroy it. The party agreed that their next move should be to find this blade and destroy the seed once and for all. And that's where we pick up the adventure tonight on Dice Tales.
It's my favorite thing.
That's where we pick up the adventure today on Dice.
Phenomenal.
All right. So that is exactly what just happened. Jill, you have shown this mark to Galen and received a surprising response, as Galen does in fact admit that they've seen this before.
Jill gets like really intense and it's just like, where?
At a rather famous establishment in the area, actually.
Which one?
The Yawning Portal Inn.
Oh. And that is a very obvious establishment.
Oh yes, that's a famous name.
Jill is disgusted with herself that she didn't even check there. Like, she assumed it would be hidden, and like, she just like, her eyes drift away as the wheels are turning, and she just kind of like holds her hand out to take her dagger back.
And Galen flips it and hands it to you with the hilt first, watching you carefully. And they say, Did you want to know where I saw it?
Yes, please.
Bathroom stall.
Shut up, Brad.
Scrawled on the wall.
For a good time.
A little fucking levity from Brad right away. Thank you. There we go.
There's a blade that hangs over the bar. It's on there just as it is on here.
And Jill just kind of like shakes her head one more time, like, thank you. I have to go. I have to go. And I stand up, and I actually don't go like out the doors. I go to where I've been staying, like my room.
Yeah, everybody else, because you guys are down inside of that like secret vault, like the one underneath the Tyrian temple. And Beyonce, you had just finished your conversation with Father Antorum, so you're turning to walk back, and everybody would turn as Galen walks up and see Jill just heading for the door to the stairs that go back up.
I'll run after her.
I am also going to follow, but not at a run. So we can get there first.
Leaves
Callista's
little
too
feet,
dignified.
I
It's like,
I have shorter
refuse.
legs.
catches up over here.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right,
Alright,
so
Jill.
Yeah, I'm fine. I have to run an errand in town. I have to talk to Merrick, though. I think I should probably not go out alone, like to be safe, right?
Is that an invitation, or do you want me to get Merrick so he can go with you?
Merrick is actually down here with you guys, remember?
Oh, I did not remember that.
Yes,
I want to go find him.
Okay.
If you want to come, you can come. I have to run an errand.
All right. Can I make a sense motive check?
Yep.
I'm probably close enough to hear this. Can I also?
Yep. You have those insane perception checks.
Sense motive's not as good as perception.
9.
That's cocked. Oh, wow. 31.
Oh, yeah. You hear that. And you pick up that layer, something emotional underneath it all.
I will just stand by the door and wait. I'm going to let Jill get Merrick. I don't want to be running after her.
Merrick just slowly starts his way over there, not like he's hurrying towards her or trying to draw attention. Is she frozen?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
We lost Carrie.
And then Jill runs out the door. No! You can't make me talk.
It wasn't me this time. Oh, hey, I'm in both.
That is a weird look.
That means you have to play Jill now. That's how it works.
All right,
But you have to
everybody,
slide your face over to her box when
give us about 1 minute, and we should be able to get this
Give
sorted.
us
But
one moment for
we'll be back
technical
in
difficulties.
just a moment here.
And we're back.
Sorry.
And we're back. All right.
I blame myself.
What was the last thing you actually
blame you
heard?
too.
there?
What I actually heard was that I beat Brad's stupid perception check. That's it.
Oh, you didn't beat Callista.
But you didn't
Oh,
beat Callista.
well.
Yeah.
That's
Callista's the
Doctor
one that
of the
matters.
century.
Surprising
And-
no one, Callista knows exactly where Jill is going and what she's been concerned about most for the last week and a half. And you notice how she's even kind of fiddling with her dagger a little bit more than usual in her nerves. And she just kind of looks at Callista sort of with a knowing look on her face and then says one more time to Leith, I just have to run an errand. You can come if you want to. And then I look back at Callista.
And Merrick, who is here, I don't know if you caught that.
Did
but
not.
He has
Yay!
been here. So he steps up too, and he just quietly says, "We'll come."
Okay.
I'm standing by the door right now, so when you get closer, I'm trying not to crowd you.
And I just kind of nod, and I imagine, Jill just kind of is going to have to like go up to her room and get like her stuff, and then is gonna want to go to the Yawning Portal. Oh my god. Of course. Okay. Yep. Quick trip up to my room and then
Of course.
going across town. Is Beyonce with us? Or is he
Yeah,
preparing for Ave
Beyonce-
Maria?
Beyonce and Seamus, what's your plan for what to do? Because it's not yet, like it's still early in the day, and it's not until dusk tonight that Beyonce has to do his hymn.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be later this
Well,
evening.
Seamus's main plan today is to do a bit of meditation, some yoga, and just try to enjoy the day.
Nice.
Katya's not coming either. She has found a large patch of sun and she is currently like sprawled out in it.
Stretching and meowing.
Is the patch of sun anywhere near Seamus's patch of sun where he's to?
Oh, they
It could
have
be.
to be together.
I think it ought to be. Yeah.
All right, sure it is.
They've bonded so much. It's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
They're like Scooby and Shaggy. That's my favorite.
They actually are exactly like Scooby and Shaggy.
Yeah.
So,
At any given point, me and Katya can be found sitting in a meadow of sorts and meditating and stretching and occasional scritches as well.
Katya's doing like the biscuits in the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, you can make knowledge local check, Carrie.
It's an 11 is all.
I mean, you've heard the name. It's a pretty famous establishment, but you have never really had occasion to go to it because you would know that it's specifically like built against the Undermountain, and it's famous because adventurers who are going to the Undermountain tend to stop there on their way. So because you've never made a trek into the Undermountain for any reason, it's never been a spot on your map.
Okay. I would know like where the Undermountain is, right? So we can just start heading that way.
It is a place you would know, at least the location. Yeah. And you would know the Yawning Portal is on Rain Run Street in Waterdeep's Castle Ward, between Waterdeep Castle and Snail Street.
Rain Run, Castle Ward, Snail Street. Got it. Okay, so I just kind of start. Jill is pretty prideful. I don't know if you guys have noticed. She's going to pretend like she does know where it is and just kind of start heading that way and listening for whispers of other people going there and follow them.
Okay.
I'm just silently trailing behind.
Leeds, you're going too?
Yes, but
Beyonce.
taking a cue from Callista, being quiet about it for a change.
Okay, for a change. Beyonce, what are you doing?
He would probably, he's had a very emotional period of time just now. So he's going to go, spend some time journaling and probably trying to clean his armor. Probably to almost no avail because it's covered in sewer shit.
Probably to less avail because Galen wants to spend a bit of time with you before you're going to be leaving. So Galen would be, giving your shoulders a rub while you're working on the armor. And eventually, I'm sure very little will get accomplished.
You're so tense.
But they would say to you, I'm quite proud of you for how it went today.
Thank you. It was strange. I was so close to just doing what I would have done ages ago. Just took his head off when they said, but I've learned so much, and I guess, it was so strange that they deferred to me.
It does not seem very strange to me.
No, it's like I know I've always been a big deal, but I didn't know I was that big of a deal.
Manoichi, I chose you. Of course, you are a big deal.
They wouldn't have it any other way. He'll
It's
like
true.
kind of like nuzzle into them.
And they'll smile and say, "It is something I still seek to expand my definition of this human capacity for mercy."
It's a strange feeling, I know.
What you
But
show me helps me grow.
and you have taught me so much as well.
And I smile again. I will miss you very much.
I have missed you and I will miss you dearly. But at least I'll be able to send you a message from time to time now.
You better.
Yes, I'm sorry for kind of having radio silence for so long.
Are you worried about these temples?
Of course I am.
I
We
worry
have,
about what they may be doing right now.
yes, which is why we must leave soon.
If they know you have the seed and they have not come for you directly, that means that they have something more pressing that has their attention now.
I shudder to think of it.
But personally, I am quite glad that you are just a footnote on their attention, for the moment at least.
Me too. You know, I am sorry that I won't be able to help you more with the eggs.
Children, it is my duty.
As is mine. I do very much wish I could help you with this, but Tira's called me in another direction.
Do you think it will always be like this?
I hope not this often.
No, I prefer more than 2 or 3 days with you.
Yes,
here and there.
I mean, like at least a week. Come on, Tira.
All right. Well, I am satisfied for the moment.
Are you really?
Well, maybe not yet. All right. The three of you and Merrick are heading to the streets and in the direction of, you see Waterdeep Castle towering over. And you see that stone building with a slate roof. It has at least 3 floors. Looks like it's quite a large building, and very well appareled. Even from the outside, you can tell the curtains are quite rich. And there is a signboard that simply reads "The Yawning Portal," that hangs on chains from a black iron pole above the front door. And you would, in fact, see here and now well-appareled adventurers who have like armor and many weapons, or some hirelings coming after them that they're kind of barking orders at. A few with familiars even traveling in and out of this establishment. So less like normies and more fellow adventurers.
Very cool. Yeah, Jill stops for a second outside and just sort of like looks up at it and like looks around at the buzz and this spectacle. And just kind of like shakes her head and is like, believe it or not, I've never been here.
Really? This
Yeah.
place looks awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's not like I didn't want to go or anything. I've just never been.
I definitely thought we would be hanging out in places like this a lot more often when we started
It definitely
doing all of our things.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a place when someone would go often in our position to get a job or
Seems-
something.
Seems a little bit touristy to me.
Yeah,
Adventurer touristy, you know?
that's true. Well, no
Leith
time
is
like
just
the
kind of in
present.
awe.
And it is built against the slope of Mount Waterdeep as well. So you would see that certainly makes it easy to pinpoint.
And Jill just sort of cracks her knuckles and then kind of like puts her hand on her dagger and squeezes it and then goes in the front doors.
Okay, I do have a little map to put up, so
Ha! Map!
I can put it on. our
Visual
screen
aids.
here. Let me hide the people who are actually not here. I just throw everybody on just in case they come always.
Cool.
So let's see, we've got you guys.
Oh, sweet. There's a pool table.
You're about to say there's a pool, and I was
No.
like, there's not a pool.
There's like, I imagine there's like tiny dragons flying around
There's-
and cool things. It's like, Jill's like, oh man, a pool table.
There's a lot of things, but I will have to break it to you that there's not a pool actually in here.
That's okay.
And this map is not 100% accurate just because I couldn't find or create
This
a
is a
map
pretty
in
good
time.
bustling bar.
That was what I was looking for, but I shall show you a picture in a moment here. That is exactly what you would see, because one of the unique features of the Yawning Portal is what gives it its name, to no surprise. It is in the center of its tap room, there is a gigantic well. So here is a picture.
Wow.
And
Holy cow.
yeah. And its walls seem to be made of old mortared stone.
Uh-huh.
And it creates quite a centerpiece for the room here. And there's a gaping orifice with a winch and some sort of rope and pulley mechanism around it as well. And in the middle of all the tables, it just kind of sits there. And there's a chill wind that comes up from it as well every now and then.
Wow.
Is anyone doing anything around it, or is it just there?
Currently, no, nobody is doing anything around it.
Leith is just going to fetch like a copper piece out of his purse. And as
Make
we
way.
make our way past it, he is going to, as subtly as he can, just kind of drop it down there and listen to hear a splash.
Sleight of hand.
$20, not natural.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see. All right, you managed to do that without drawing too much attention. Make a perception check.
$24.
Okay. Hold on, I have to look at the splat calculator. Thanks, internet.
Splash calculator. It's a gajillion billion feet down. There you go.
That's the official one because Carrie's a math teacher.
All right. Yeah, what was your perception check? Did you make one?
24.
You would not hear anything.
Oh, that's
And Leith
deep.
is just going to look up at Callista and be like, I don't think it has a bottom.
And the Callista, you can do a perception check too if you want.
Um,
$35.
You do hear a very distant sound of not water. No, it sounds maybe more like sand of where it's falling.
It does, but it is always down, and it is not a well.
Huh.
At least
What do you
not one
think
with
they keep
water
down
in it.
there? And like at this point, Leith is
Oh, no.
completely consumed with
no.
the mystery of this realm. He's like looking down over the edge.
All right, you want to
Probably
look
not
down?
touching the floor as he's leaning over.
As you go to like pull yourself up enough to look over the lip of it, a barmaid who's coming by, and she has a tray with some tankards on it, actually reaches out and grabs your arm with one hand. And she says, not until you pay the toll, little one.
Oh, little one!
Told to look into the hole in the floor?
Oh, to go down it.
What's down
Well,
there?
I do not think he was going to go head first. He just wanted to look.
Well, maybe you want someone to give you a boost?
Sure. I feel like that might be rude, but I'm not positive.
We have booster seats for the children.
We have boosters
You have to pay for them.
for the gnomes. And the halflings.
Get him a
party.
box. What's down there? And
The
why do you have to
Undermountain.
pay to go down there?
It's an entrance for the
For what?
adventurers.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm an adventurer.
It's quite an expansive dungeon.
Oh. Just for like practice or fun or
Oh, well, there are many riches to be had.
whose riches?
Whoever claims them.
Right, but who put them there first?
There's a lot of history to it. If you want to know it all, we do have a bard who comes here once a week and they tell all the tales.
Oh.
But they'll be angry if I go telling you everything and take all their tips. And she gives you a wink.
Oh.
Right, sure. As soon as she walks away, Leith is going to look at Callista and be like, "Can we please?"
I don't think we have time. We are on a quest, remember?
But there's a... Okay.
I think we have to find out what is... there's a reason Jill needed to come here. I do not think it is this.
She just said she needed to run an errand. It didn't sound that important.
Jill has already made her way over to the bar. She has
think
just
that
kind of
it
made her way
is.
around the portal.
Okay. So you head up to the bar itself, and there is a bartender present. Kind of a bigger guy. He's got very hairy forearms, and he's got his sleeves all rolled up. And he's got a beard that goes all the way around, with big sideburns that come up as well, but he's otherwise bald.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "What can I get for you?"
Oktoberfest, anything. And and I just ask for Harvest Festival ale, whatever you have here. That sounds fine.
All
And
right. Let me get you some proper alcohol. And he goes down, starts pulling some things up for you.
as he's doing that, I'm looking for this sword that Galen mentioned. Is
Make a
it like
perception check.
I'm going to head up
What's-
to the bar too at this point.
Okay.
perception check is a 38.
Prominently displayed over the bar is a very large and ornate sword. It looks like a great sword, actually, like a two-handed thing. And indeed, just as on your dagger, you see that same symbol on this blade.
Jill
There's
is like,
no doubt it looks
Yeah.
exactly like.
wow. Jill's almost like stunned as she's sitting there looking at it. Is just
Merrick
sort of like
sits
locked.
down next to you, and he looks down to where you keep your dagger, and he looks
Mhm.
up at it. And he puts a hand on your shoulder.
I kind of look over at Merrick. Only like when he makes contact do I even realize he's sitting there. And I just say, I think this might be it.
Are you ready?
And no, I don't think so.
We don't have to ask today.
And I kind of like look down at the bar and I'm remembering the quest that we're on. And like, I look over my shoulder at Leith, who's begging to go down into the freaking portal.
Go down the hole.
There's treasure down there. He said so.
And I kind of shake my head and I look back at Merrick and I'm like, yes, we do. And then I kind of wait for the bar guy to come back with my drink.
All right, he comes back and he sets it down in front of you.
excuse me. Before you leave, I had a quick question for you, if you don't mind, if you have a second.
Of course. What you got?
And I point at the sword on the wall, and I'm like, whose sword is that? Why do you have it enshrined?
Well, that's the boss's.
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss? And you actually hear a few other people like at the bar with you chuckle at the question, and as they're taking drinks.
And I just kind of like shrug. I'm like, I'm new here.
Durnan, that's the boss.
Is this might be a stupid question. Is he here? Like, does he have an office here, or is he across town, or?
And a voice actually speaks up from behind you. And it's a woman's voice. And she would say, unfortunately not right now. And it's this woman right here.
Okay.
And you would say she looks like maybe she's in her 30s. She's got a very pleasant face, and she's got beads wound into her hair. She's dressed quite richly, like in a very nice robe. And
Okay.
she looks quite at home here, even among all these other elaborately attired adventurers.
So at this point I sort of like turn, and so like my back is against the bar, and I'm like, is not available right now. Would I be able to make an appointment?
I hope so. He should be back within the month, I'd imagine.
Where is he now?
And she looks towards the well.
That makes sense. Who is he to you? Are you like his secretary, his assistant or something?
He's my husband.
Ah, I see. And Jill just like, Jill probably feels what Carrie feels right now, which is like a grip in the chest, kind of. And she just sort of like looks at this woman, and is like, and almost has to like shake her head to snap herself back, and is like, so, how long ago did he go down the portal there?
It's only been about a week.
Okay.
I'm not happy that he went. He promised me to give all this up a long time ago, but the need was great, and I couldn't argue. So I'm watching things here until he gets back. He promised he will be back.
But he didn't take his sword with him.
He has another one. Don't worry.
Right.
What?
At this
What
point, Jill
need-
is turning her own hip like back towards the bar, kind of trying
He's
to hide her own.
insisted that we leave it up. I don't know why, but he doesn't let us budget ever.
How long have you been married?
Well, sometimes it feels like forever. I was quite young when we were married. I was 17.
How long ago was that now? You don't look a day over 30.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you. I am a few days over 30, I will say. It was probably about 17 years ago.
Do you have any children?
We do.
Oh. How many?
In fact, our daughter, she has to be around here somewhere.
Well, thank you for your time.
What's your business with him?
He's an old friend.
Make a bluff check.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, well, 26.
Okay. Well, she looks completely just like she believes that, doesn't question it whatsoever. And she says he has a lot of those from his wandering days. That's why they called him the Wanderer.
The Wanderer. Yeah, that would make sense. I've heard that about him, that he wandered. Well, how about this? My name's Jill. I was hoping to speak with him. I didn't know he had gone down the old hole.
Down the old hole.
On the old.
So,
The good news is he's not going all the way. What he needs is just.
he already did that once. Sorry. At least.
Excuse me.
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Sorry, thinking out loud.
And behind you, you hear the bartender clear his throat to get your attention.
I turn back over my shoulder and look at him.
And he puts another drink down in front of you. And he says, on the house. And you see his eyes flick down to your dagger because you had turned it to the side behind you.
Okay. I just
and he
kind of
gives you a very knowing look.
I shift my hand up to the pommel of my dagger and I just like hold it in my hand to hide it from this woman, specifically from her. Since
Can I-
frickin' gave away the game?
Can I
Can
make
I
a
move-
sense motive check? Because Leith would not know as much as Brad is figuring out. And
Yes.
I just want to see how close
Sure.
to that I need to be. Oh, that's not 17?
17. Okay. What are you trying to figure out here?
Well, like, Leith is aware that Jill has a thing on her dagger.
Uh-huh.
I also rolled a 5 on that initial perception check I made myself to see how much Leith would notice. Because Jill
Yep.
didn't tell us that was why she was coming here.
Yes.
And so
but
it's
you,
only through this conversation
you
that
see
he's
her
starting to pick
being
up
weird.
awkwardness.
Yeah, you see
Okay.
her being very strange. You can pick that up, no problem.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I head further down the bar and try to get the bartender's attention to order a drink, like several feet down the bar?
Sure, you can, and he will go to give you whatever you need.
And when he leans in to take my order, I guess maybe I should roll. I'm assuming that I noticed what he like him looking at Jill's dagger. I guess I should make sure that I noticed.
Make a perception check on that.
Perception's like
It's a
49.
natural 20
Oh my
or
god!
like
yeah.
42.
Of course, of course. you
So
do.
I'm gonna kind of like put my hand kind of down on the bar and lean in and just say, you are not going to reveal my friend's secret, are you?
I mean, nothing to get in the middle of any of this, ma'am.
It is, I think, hers to tell when she's ready.
All I know is that he said if anyone comes with that mark, that it means to welcome them as family.
And I'll just kind of lean back.
Picking
and take
up
my
on
drink.
that, Jill being kind of weird, Leith is going to sort of just gravitate towards Callista and just flat out ask, do you know why Jill's being weird? No, going to the bar does not seem like a good errand. Or an errand at all. That seems more like entertainment.
She is, she's just following up on some threads from her past.
And this woman, Jill, she says, well, if I were you and I was looking to make a connection with him, I'd come back in about a month. I'm sure you'll hear if you keep an ear to the ground. Everyone wants to know what's going on with him all the time.
Yeah, it's a very important man.
What's going on with him?
Yeah, he seems like a very important man. Is he not to? How is he doing these days? Is he very well off? I mean, does he own this place or?
Yes, he's quite set.
Yeah, and I kind of look at her and, oof, yeah, she almost like the way she looks. I almost see like my mother in her a little bit, and like he definitely clearly has a type.
Yep.
And she just Jill just finally kind of smiles politely and like extends her hand and is like, thank you for your help. And I go to like shake her hand and
And she'll take your hand and
I
give it a
didn't-
nice firm
I
shake.
didn't ever get your name.
Oh, well, my name is Mia.
Mia. Mia. Very nice to meet you, Mia. Thank you for indulging all my questions. I'm sorry to be
It's
such a
all right.
quizzer.
I do have to go find my daughter. She does get into trouble.
I'm sure she does. Like father, like daughter, I'm sure.
Well, in some ways, yes.
And Jill then kind of nods and sort of turns back to the bar, towards the bar.
All right. And she heads off into a back room, and you would hear her calling out, Tamsel! Tamsel!
Wow.
And
Merrick's just looking at you, Joe.
Jill is looking down at her half-drunk drink and like her full one on the bar, and then she calls the bartender. She like motions for him to come over. Motions for him, and Jill kind of looks at him more knowingly now, and
I didn't mean to intrude.
so you know who I am.
That's what he says. I do. Intrude.
Are there others like me that have come asking after him?
There was one.
How old were they?
He was older than you. But it's not hard to be, considering everything about Dannon. I don't know how much you know.
No, I'd very much like to know how much you know. How much? And I nod at where the woman had gone into the other room, and I say, how much does she know?
He leans forward with a big elbow on the counter, and he says to you, Dannon's over 100 years old. It's magic keeps him young. It's magic's got him back down there, so it doesn't catch up to him, if you know my drift.
I understand. Was she right? Is it going to be a month before he comes back out?
Well, hopefully. He's been out of the game for a while, but I'm sure he's still sharp. He trains the young misses all the time.
Huh. What was her name again? The girl?
Tamsel,
Tamsel. How old is she?
16.
Oh. Huh. Jill kind of looks over at Merrick and is just like, well, we're very busy with things that are going to take us out of town for a month. In the meantime, and Jill takes an axe off of her belt and like hands it to the bartender and is like, when she is ready to strike out on her own, why don't you give her that tell her it's from a friend. I don't care.
Tamsel, you mean?
Yeah. I don't think, and I just kind of like, I don't think Mia strikes me as the adventuring type.
No, she's the one who got him out of the game.
And
wasn't
when he
going to marry,
yeah, he was.
She changed his mind.
Is she a good woman? Is she kind?
Yes, she is. One of the best.
That's good.
It would take a lot to snare his attention.
I'm sure. Well, thank you for all your help. I appreciate you answering all my questions.
Of course. Is there anything you want me to say to him if he comes?
Tell him his daughter was here. I'm looking for him.
And what was your name?
My name's Jill.
Jill.
Tell him if there's been too many more, tell him my mother was Vevra.
Well, I'll remember that.
And Jill smiles and just says thank you, and actually leaves her half drink and takes the full drink off the bar and kind of walks away from the bar. She's not leaving the establishment, but
Merrick
she
will put some money down.
wants to lose herself in the crowd a little bit.
Okay. Meanwhile, getting away from all this for a second, back in a sunny field.
It starts to smell like skunk, but there's no skunk.
Is that what
Too real.
Katya's doing? Katya's
Meditation.
We're actually doing a bit of yoga right now, and Katya and I are both in Up Dog, and
Cat and cow.
and Seamus turns to Katya and kind of goes into a seated position and says, Katya, breathe in that cool, crisp air. Can you feel it? Can you feel the freedom?
Does a big kitty sneeze.
Yep, it's something like that. Oh, how lucky we are. I don't think you know. And Seamus kind of like looks off in the middle distance and takes a long beat. And then he comes back and says, I didn't always remember to appreciate the little things like this. I wasn't always this way. I used to be a very different man. And he kind of goes a little deeper into his contemplation. And you see a tear form in his eye. And he kind of falls short of the words. Someday, I'll tell you the whole story, Katya. It's a thrilling tale. I think you'll like it. And he puts his arm around Katya and they just kind of have a moment.
She turns her face kind of toward him and does the kind of headbutt, kitty headbutt.
Aww. You guys are staring out, just watching the beauty of your surroundings. Make a perception check, Seamus.
Okay.
Not Katya.
Katya can too, I guess.
Oh,
Why not?
Shit. First roll of the night and I get a 1.
That makes
I'm too
perfect
deep into it, bro.
Perfect sense.
20, not natural for Katya.
Okay.
Or did we leave the city? Are we still in the city?
No, they're still in the city.
Okay. So yes,
Yeah,
20 not
I
natural.
assume there's like a courtyard probably in the
That's what I was
temple,
thinking.
and they've found that's their sunny field. So that's where they currently are. And Seamus, it would take you a little bit to notice, but it's getting progressively darker, and you wonder how much time has passed. Maybe you lost track in your meditations. It's not the first time that it would have happened, but it's getting much darker.
Well, Katya, maybe we should probably head back. It looks a bit dark on the horizon there,
And then Katya cranes her neck and looks up towards where the sun is. And you notice the sun is still high in the sky, but there is a sort of haze starting to cover it of darkness. And slowly this black disc seems to slide into place over top of it, and around the edge ignite, like with a flame that slowly sparks off and then goes around, of purple flame.
Oh no! Oh no!
Damn it.
And Seamus, you feel transfixed by this.
what?
And
Katya's just growling under her breath.
your heart seems to pound so loud that you can hear it inside your ears. It seems to echo in your head. and everything else around you is dark. You can't see Katya. All you can see is this glowing purple rim of darkness, and you feel a sense of dread overtake you.
Yep, they must be kicking in Katya because he sings.
I knew I took too much.
Yep. What the hell is going on?
And
Can Katya see through this darkness or no?
no, Katya.
Ooh. She kind of edges over, so she's like in contact with Seamus.
Seamus, you would slowly start to see a shape like break out of the darkness that's not so dark. It's more of a gray, and it is a huge floating structure, and it seems to be coming straight out of it. And a voice echoes in your mind, and it says, "Soon you will fail. Soon you will fall. Soon you will pay the price." And then suddenly your eyes flick open and you are sitting exactly where you were next to Katya, and the sun is still up. You're surrounded by the brightness of day, and all of that seems to have not even been real.
Oh my
I
god.
turn to the cat and I say, like, just half expecting Katya to talk right back to me. Did you see that?
Katya did not.
She didn't. Okay.
No.
Like, wow, Scoob.
She just kind of like headbutts you, like, "What's going on? What's up?"
So do I actually recognize the voice that was in my head?
To make a wisdom
a
check?
voice that was in my head at one point.
I mean, it has been in your head before, yes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
It won't take much. Get over a 5.
Oh yeah, I got you with a 14.
Okay, yeah, you know that voice, and it is
That's
the voice
Shar.
of Shar who
Yeah.
spoke to you when you were in her plane.
Yeah.
He gives purple a bad name.
Yeah, I love. Yeah. Oh, man, that is not good. That's not good.
Yeah. So
Not good at all.
Seamus says to Katya, I might need to go speak with some of our more people friends and discuss some serious matters, Katya. Serious stuff has just come to light. Some new shit has come to light.
Man.
All right.
She's just gonna follow you wherever you go.
Yeah, and
No
he
doubt.
basically just grabs his yoga mat in a hurry and like winds it up real quick, and then like bolts off like an anime character. And
Katya follows him.
So you will no doubt find Beyonce eventually first, who at some point will emerge from his room. So, or you can go knock on his door.
Yeah.
Galen does have to go off to like find out some things about this whole dragon situation.
so I'm beating on Beyonce's door.
Hold on. So, probably making himself decent. What is it?
Beyonce, I just saw some shit. And not like the normal times when I see some shit. Like I really saw some shit.
Did you take your pills?
Yeah, what? No, wait, yes, but no, it's unrelated. And-
Okay, go on.
Yes, I heard Shar, and I saw something horrible. It was a shadow over the sun, and it completely blacked out, and everything went dark. And then Shar spoke to me.
What did she say?
I can't remember.
Soon you will fail. Soon you will fall,
Traumatizing.
soon you will pay the price.
It was a lot, okay?
No, this is acting. I was just. Oh,
He
anyway.
does,
So.
Seamus doesn't remember.
No, it's just something about me failing and a price must be paid. Something along those lines.
And you're sure you actually saw it? You didn't dream it or anything?
And is Katya right by me?
Yeah.
Katya's right there.
Yeah, I turned to Katya. He's like, yeah, you saw it too. Wait, No, she didn't see it. It was just me. But I promise it was a lucid moment.
I can tell.
Can I see if I actually believe that he saw it?
Make a sense motive. You don't
Yeah.
have to roll anything, Seamus, because you are telling the truth.
That is a 13.
Okay. Look, you don't know why he would lie about this. You just
Yeah.
have reasonable reasons to know that maybe sometimes he might hallucinate things for other reasons. But it's clearly upset him either way. That's definitely true.
Well, this is bad. This is very bad. I mean, the cult of Shah does have quite a presence in this city. But she's contacting you directly.
Yes, it was as though we were back in the
Shadowfell.
yes.
Sorry.
Thank you. In the Shadowfell. I was gonna say the upside down, but
Basically,
Essentially.
get the point across.
Fiance
So-
just kind of shudders like,
Yes, I could hear her in a way that I have not felt in many moons.
well, I don't envy you. I feel like we should talk to somebody about this.
I agree. We should bring this to the rest of our companions and make haste with our decision on how to move forward.
Yes, where did they go? Are they just kind of disappeared? Like,
Well,
are they doing fun things without us again? Or
anytime they're off doing something alone, it's a pretty good chance it's at a bar. So,
that is. Yes. Yes.
pub crawl until we find them.
You talked me into it.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Don't have to
Pub
twist my
crawl
arm.
to find them. All right, I'm gonna roll. Okay, you go to a pub. It's not where they are, but you guys can get a drink. Meanwhile, over at the Yawning Portal Inn, back with you guys.
I'm just sort of like chilling out by the portal.
All right,
And
so
I'm having my drink. I'm
Jill
leaning
has
up against
stepped
it.
away from the bartender and company.
Mhm.
Is
just
Merrick
like,
following her or is she by herself?
Merrick comes in. He kind of stands by her too.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's not talking though. He's letting the silence speak.
I'm not talking much either. I'm just like once in a while, like if Jill's pretty like still. Once in a while, you just sort of see her like shake her head, as though she's about to say something, but then doesn't.
I stay back by the bar and just kind of talk to Leaf.
And Leaf is going to follow Callista's lead and ask as many prying questions as she will answer in order to figure out what Brad has already put together.
Okay, so we can catch up at the end of that. So your final question will be.
So, that lady, she's like Jill's stepmom, sort of?
So I'm not sure that Callista would have shared anything that Jill had only shared with her.
I mean, Leaf knows that Jill's been looking for her father.
He's
Okay,
just
so-
talking out loud.
So, like, if you had made like any reference to the symbol on either the sword or Jill's dagger, like that would have been the missing piece.
Okay.
Because we also overheard things about Jill asking if, saying that
Yeah.
her daughter and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
It certainly seems that way. But I do not think she knows. The Mia. Like
Right.
Jill knows.
It'd be really weird if Jill didn't know and was still acting as weird as she was acting. So, yeah, I think Jill knows. I thought I was the only one that had weird family things. We don't really talk about that a lot as a group.
No. Well, you do not choose your family. And I think perhaps a number of us would not have chosen ours.
I feel like that's the opposite for me.
Oh,
But
well, that is good for you. That you would
mean-
choose your family.
yeah, but they wouldn't have chosen me is more the problem there. Should we head back to the temple
At
soon?
this point, Jill comes over to the bar and leans between them and and finishes her drink and puts the empty glass on the bar and is like, "You two ready to go?
If you are.
Nothing else to do here tonight.
I mean, we could go down the well.
We don't have time to go down the well, Leaf. I mean,
I'm just kind of looking at Jill like, does she want to go down after
yes.
him?
I mean, if there was no other time constraints on us, 100%. But she does look over and is like, "Were any of you planning to go to that funeral? Frankly, I wasn't. We've been through enough, and I don't need one more emotional thing."
I was gonna go just to support Beyonce. I mean, we didn't really know them, but he did. He's family.
I cannot decide if my presence would be more disturbing for the others at the service. And I would not wish to cause more pain than what they are already going through.
This is a DM question. About what time is it right now?
It's still pretty early. It is maybe at this point about like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
I kind of look at Leith and I'm like, well, if we go down there for a few hours, will you quit whining? And then for the first time in a couple hours, you see Jill sort of smirk.
Just us, or are we gonna find Beyonce
I mean,
and
I could send Laren's flying around here
Amos
somewhere.
first.
I could send
Merrick
them for him.
speaks up and Merrick says, "If you're going in the Undermountain, you don't want to go without a full party."
Oh, I could send Laren, send a message to Beyonce and Seamus.
because
We
I
have a
feel
few
like they
hours.
would really like to go down a well.
Oh yeah, of course they would. Who wouldn't? I mean, not a well, but that's a very special well.
So
At some point,
let's go find them.
They are
And then we can
currently
come
at
back.
their second bar where you are not. So
Face by the time they find us.
Beyonce and Seamus, I assume you're having a drink at this bar too.
All right,
Yeah.
one shot, and then we got to get to the next one just in case.
Yes, but I have to speak tonight. I can't get too drunk.
How many pubs are there in Waterdeep?
Quite a
7
few,
bajillion
quite a
deep.
You know, it just occurred to me. This probably should have come up in my head, probably before we even did this. But I have divine powers that let me talk to them like anywhere.
Jesus, yeah, right.
Well, damn it all, why didn't you say so?
Wanted a couple shots.
This was more fun, I guess.
All right, well, just,
I wanted to spend some quality time together.
well, as much as I enjoy these little chats, we've got bigger business at hand, so give him a quick call.
Yes, evil god of deceit.
Yeah, you know.
Contacting you randomly.
Yes, it's a very large plot point.
it is. Kind of a big story beat.
The temple.
Hold on, and he'll down the shot, and then he'll be like, all right, start doing the incantation like right at the bar, and and just say, I probably say it to Jill. I don't know where you went.
I'm halfway through saying I can send Laren phone.
Some feedback.
It's
Yeah.
Seamus saw some shit, and I think he actually saw that shit. Meet us back at the temple.
How many words do I get? 25?
Mm-hmm.
I say we're at Yawning Portal. You come here.
There is parking.
Fun times. We can talk about Seamus's shit here. Just a few hours. Love, Jill.
I didn't give my hugs and kisses. Damn it.
I didn't
Okay.
have enough time. Yeah, right.
I think you ran out of words.
I did. Well, I guess they want us to go to their bar.
All right, well, it's on the way to. Well, no, it is the way. Let's go.
It's the.
Did you guys leave Katya at the temple, or did she come with you?
I assume she came to
I
any
assume
bars
she
that
came.
allow panthers.
There's just a sign on the door, no panthers.
No panthers allowed.
Specifically.
They definitely allow all familiars, so.
Okay.
So tigers, lions, jaguars,
Waterdeep.
panthers, or mountain lions, or large cats of any kind.
Yeah.
Any of the class Panthera.
So yeah, we got
Um,
the cat.
Okay.
They said that they're at the Yawning Portal. I'm assuming I would
should
have
know where
at
that
least
is.
heard what it is if I.
Oh yeah,
been
you
there.
know that one. I don't know. Would you have ever gone to the Undermountain for any reason?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But I probably would have gone to the bar at some
Yeah,
point.
I'm sure you have had other clerics or paladins who have gone down with adventuring parties, no doubt, where they're like, we need a healer, and they hire one from your group,
Yeah.
or
I'll bet the
maybe
swarm
there's
snuck
something
down
to
there
bring
once
them
or twice.
down.
Yeah.
So no doubt you come here to have drinks with your friends who have been in and out of the place, but you yourself have not gone in the Undermountain, no.
Yeah, I feel like I would have been at a much higher level when we met up if I
May
if I
have.
had gone to the Yawning Portal.
But you're familiar with the location.
Oh yes, I went there a while ago, but I can get us there.
All right, let us away then. Let's go.
Finishes whatever his like sidecar was.
Ding,
It's
ding, ding.
sidecar ale and
And
All right.
Seamus like slaps the gold on the table and she's like, whatever, let's go. We're in a hurry. They can
All
keep
right.
it.
So you guys will meet up at the Yawning Portal, and I assume you guys will get a table or something eventually.
Is there a wait?
There's no wait.
We've been there
Oh, good.
for a while, so
It's
we would have.
gigantic. There's
We got
lots
a
of
table.
room.
Okay,
The
so
Yawning Portal. When you're here, you're family.
For some of you, literally.
I would
So-
like I would like to get the soup and the breadsticks, please.
Bottomless soup and breadsticks.
All
That's what
right, you
makes
can
it
get
so
those.
popular.
It's bottomless because she's got the simple, so family style.
Yeah, there we go.
It's true.
So Beyonce and Seamus get there, and it's like, hey, Opa.
Oh, yes, but also terrible things are afoot.
Tell me about it.
Say more?
Jill is having another drink.
Yes, do you remember when we went to the Shadowfell that one time way back when? And do you remember?
Vaguely.
Remember that certain lady that was talking in our heads? It was very unpleasant. And he kind of whispers in their ear like, "Sure."
I remember, yes.
Yes.
Vaguely remember.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
yeah. She talked to me tonight.
Are
Oh,
you sure?
Like,
and Jill like squints her eyes and is like, Seamus, I hate to ask.
No,
Not
it
to take
wasn't.
any-
No.
I already
Does Seamus have that aura around him right now? Like, can we smell? Has he been smoking?
aura.
Has he been smoking?
I mean, maybe a little, but that's unrelated. Like,
For us, we might not realize it's unrelated.
it's not that kind of thing. I trust me. I know when I'm. Anyway, so Shar came to me and told me that very bad things were going to happen for me very soon.
Like specific bad things, or
For
just
you?
No,
general
Specifically
bad
you.
She
things?
used her normal vagueness, you know, it's kind of like gloom in general
Yeah.
approaching.
So next time you stub your toe, you're gonna be like, "Oh, Shaw said so."
Yep,
That's how they do it.
Yep, and I may die. I may die actually.
Yes. What exactly did she say?
Could we roll back the tape again one more time?
Soon you will
What-
fail. Soon you will fall. Soon you will pay the price.
Right, I feel like I got the point across. Yeah, it seemed like it was going to be horrible for me, eventually failing and paying the price.
I mean,
But,
that
well, you pay the price if you succeed, Merrick says. Wasn't that the idea?
Right.
No, well, actually, come to think of
Yes.
it, that's the strange thing, because she said I will fail and pay the price. So if we succeed, maybe I won't pay the price. Did you think
Did
about
she
that?
mean, Seamus? Did she mean just you, or did she mean all of us?
That's a difficult question. Was it a royal you? I feel like it was directed at me, but there's a good chance it was directed at the group.
I mean, you do kind of have that extra planar vision, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So maybe she was talking to you because you are like the conduit.
Yeah, I think she's for some reason got a gripe with me in general. So.
Well, she's a bitch. She has a gripe with everyone.
Right. Yes. But to be sure, it's definitely a problem. So we ought to look into it.
Remember when we were in the Shadowfell and we had those visions? Some people saw things that had not come to pass, things that she was predicting. So I think it is possible that on the one hand, you could interpret it that she is telling you bad things that are going to happen to you. But on the other hand, it could be a threat, and she is trying to warn us off somehow.
The fact that Shar is in my mind means that she is close. And I would like to keep her as far away from my mind as possible.
How do we do that?
Seamus, you could take Tyr into your heart. And Jill is a little drunk, so she sort of like looks over at Beyonce and is
Yeah,
sort of,
Beyonce like yeah,
ribbing
goes
him
like,
almost.
oh.
I was being sarcastic. Beyonce.
Sarcasm.
I already have kind of a thing, a mantra, if you will, so I'll consider it, keeping it.
Heart's already full.
Oh, there are
I'll
many
keep my mind open, as it were.
I mean, there are a lot of gods who can also serve Tyr.
Yes, but is that the
Selune and Tyr are like tight.
Right, but I feel like our problems are a bit more pressing than I need to find religion at the moment.
Speaking of pressing problems, the day is young, and I know Beyonce has to sing Ave Maria tonight. I wouldn't mind.
Give it the proper gravitas. Thank you.
What's it called? I don't even know what the hymn is called anymore. Which one are you
It's called the Hymn of the, hold on,
Just fallen.
Remembrance of the Just Fallen.
Yeah.
singing? Remembrance of the Just Fallen. Oh, that makes sense. How long, what time do you have to give it, Beyonce?
Dusk.
Dusk.
Would we know about when dusk would be?
Probably in about 5 hours.
Not to intrude on an important day and visions and whatnot. Would you guys mind dipping down the Yawning Portal for a few hours with me? I have a thing, and Leith is being absolutely insufferable. He's been begging to go down there.
But,
I asked like 3 times. 3 is not begging.
You know that no is a perfectly acceptable answer, correct?
Yeah, I do.
We have things. It seems like an unneeded distraction. Why would we go down?
Merrick says sometimes we need a distraction.
well, right, what's in the Yawning Portal, just out of curiosity?
Treasure.
Oh.
And a very dangerous dungeon. Like this.
We don't
isn't
have to
something
go
that
too
you just
deep
pop
into the
down
dungeon.
into.
I'm talking a 4-hour excursion into the Yawning
Yeah, we'll
Portal.
get-
What's the worst
Yes,
that can
four
happen?
you
hours worth
never
of
run
treasure.
into trouble.
Yeah, like
A
especially
3-hour tour.
Yeah, especially if there's
Those always end well.
something coming up like a spooky holiday or something. That would be.
Young adventurers go in there all the time, Merrick
Yeah.
says. People who are green at this, they find their way down a few levels and they, learn the trade that way. I'm sure it's well below what we're capable of.
Well,
Thank you.
we've
But
thwarted Char
I
this
can-
long. I bet we can thwart her a little bit longer. Go have a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying?
Frankly, I just want to hit something right now. Beyonce, you've got to be, I don't know, one with Tyr. Wouldn't Tyr want you to go down and spill some goblin blood before your hymn for the Just Fallen?
I feel like your understanding of Tyr is a little bit lacking, but all I'm saying is I need to be back. It would look pretty bad if I didn't show up.
Beyonce, you'll be back.
Leaf
Don't you trust
will
me?
pull his watch out of his cloak and just say, I've got a watch. I'll keep track of time. It'll be fine. I
Merrick's
can
like,
also
"He
just
can
teleport us
teleport."
back to the temple at any minute.
And he can teleport. We can get as far down as we can in 4 hours, and then he can bring us back in a snap.
I can even bring us back a little bit early so you can take a shower or whatever you need to spruce up before the thing.
Practice your
least.
scales.
That's good.
So, the rest of you are okay with this? It's
Merrick shrugs. Why not?
I think it is something perhaps that Jill needs to do. And I am with her.
Yeah, I'm game. I could use a distraction. Things have been quite strange for me at the moment.
you know,
Leaf is already standing with like one hand on the edge of the well.
I kind of
Also,
put,
Leith really, really wants to go.
I put my hand on Beyonce's shoulder and I say, Callista's right, Beyonce. It's important to me. I can't explain why. I'll tell you later. But I'd really like to go for a few hours.
Beyonce like look at her, like look at the portal, and just kind of be like, "Fine, but I need to be back. I will leave without you."
I cherish the
And
thought,
Merrick says,
Beyonce.
"We don't want to be stuck down there without a cleric, so don't worry. We'll get you done on time."
All right.
Good thing I
I'll
packed the spells I did today.
I'll look around for a barmaid or something because I remember the girl saying that we had to pay to go down before. So I'm looking around for someone to flag.
There's a barmaid, and she'll come over. Can I help you?
What is the admission fee for
One
going
gold
per person or per
for
party?
for an elevator's worth. So
I pull
party.
down. I pull out 5 gold, however much it costs.
it's just
to-
one.
It's just
one
one.
gold.
Just one for the whole.
It's
elevator.
each time the elevator goes.
I pull out a gold and I give it to her. I'm like, I've got.
All right.
gold.
Well, let me get Tamsel. She knows how to operate it.
There is an
There are friends
elevator,
and
Katia.
family
You can
discount.
come.
She turns and starts to head off towards the back.
Fuck me.
Fuck me. And that is where we're going to take our break.
Teenager.
Well,
Scare
Jill
the
meets
fuck
her
out of me.
family.
So we will do a 10-minute and we will be back around 8:33. Yay, to meet maybe Jill's sister.
Awesome.
Half
Can't
sister.
fucking wait.
Uh,
Half
For
sister.
the ask for the
Soon.
friends and family discount.
Friends and family.
Back in a bit.
Phenomenal.
We'll see you soon.
Hi guys.
and we're back.
Hello.
And we're back.
Did you miss us?
And we return.
'Cause
We
I
missed you.
us.
A little bit. All right. So
I
you guys decided to enter a dungeon. And
Like you
I
do.
am, just sort of going to be DMing this on the fly. So we don't have maps, but that's okay. We'll make
Yeah.
it work.
We don't care if we need to get on our hands and knees and crawl this dungeon.
Where we're going, we don't need maps.
Don't need maps.
Don't need no stinking map.
Nope. We're professionals.
That's a word
We
for
have
it.
minds.
And theater. Hence.
Theaters of them.
Theaters of the minds. All right. Well, the well awaits. It is a 40-foot diameter well that takes up the center of the tavern here.
It's a
It is-
huge well.
It is huge. Yes, it is.
You think that's why it's called a yawning portal?
Yeah, and you would see that there's wooden stairs that rise up from the tap room, and there's balconies on the second and third floor where there are
Yeah.
guests sitting who must have an excellent view of what is down the well.
Is it lit like down the well?
It does not appear to be. Yeah. But some people have dark vision, so.
Got a
there's that.
spell for that.
Mhm. And you would hear that barmaid as she heads towards the back, and she would yell, "Hey, we got somebody wants to ride the rope."
That sounds
Yeah.
like a sexual innuendo, and I'm going to say it.
Mhm.
Oh my.
What are you nudging Merrick like wink wink?
Should-
Eh?
Damn right, we have someone who wants to ride the rope. One
I-
right
I-
here.
I haven't done ride the rope in like 5 hours.
Look at the time.
All right, and this girl will appear out of the back room. She has long brown hair. She looks entirely human. She's got fair features, but a slightly upturned nose and serious eyes. Maybe a little bit of a smirk now and then on her face, but she looks rather serious. Oh, we need to put the picture up from Roll20. There we go.
Hooray!
There she is. But she is wearing adventurer's gear, you would say. Something like a fighter. She has some leather armor on underneath, more decorative pieces that are there to add pops of color here and there. And she comes out looking around, and you'd see that she actually has like a pair of swords already hanging from her waist. And she looks comfortable in the armor and with these weapons as well. And she starts towards the well, doesn't really seem to think twice about it at all. And she just gestures for you all to come that way.
Is there anything etched on her sword? Any marks?
If you look on her sword, make a perception check.
It is a 34.
Yes, they bear that same matching symbol that is on Jill's weapon and on the weapon that is.
I'm gonna make a perception check too to see. Yeah, I got a 28. So
You look for it specifically, and yes,
Yeah.
you see it there as well.
I'm also just sort of studying kind of this girl and her features and like essentially
vibe.
like yeah. Well, just like trying to
Vibe
see-
check.
Make a
Feeling like-
perception check and a sense motive.
Uh-huh. Perception's a 30. Sense motive is a nat 20 for a 37.
Okay. It's stunning for you, Jill, because when you look at her, there are aspects of yourself you can see in small features of her here and there, in maybe the shape of her nose or something. It's things that you've seen when you look in a mirror, and to you, considering what you know already, the resemblance is undeniable and cements for you what you've already suspected must be true here. And then in terms of your nat 20 insight that you got, this is a tough young woman. That's the first thing that you immediately know beyond a doubt. She maybe isn't worldly in the way that she wants to be, and it's a little frustrating for her. But this is a woman who you feel like knows her way around a blade. It's from the way she moves. You can see it, like she's been trained in combat. And she's very aware of like the space around her, even as she moves through the crowd. And she seems alert and not very friendly, exactly. Like she doesn't seem
She's
like
a
a
rich
girl
girl,
who
and you gone too
smiles
far.
very much. It's very serious about
Does her
what she's
armor
doing.
and shit, does all of her shit look nice, like expensive?
It looks nice, but it looks worn at the same time. Like it's clearly been beat up and then patched and repaired. So it's not brand new. And it looks like maybe she cares for it herself, and she's not as practiced at doing that. So it's not like somebody's doing it for her.
Okay.
So the patch jobs here and there are maybe not perfect, but
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm looking at her and I'm jarred. And I look over like at Callista kind of nervously, and I look I kind of glance at the others, almost hoping they don't see this resemblance, but almost wondering why, like how they'd be able to help but see the resemblance.
well, they can make perception checks, everybody.
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do I get an advantage because I know that this
Yeah,
is the
because
family
you're
business?
looking for it. I'll give you a bonus on it. So
I got a 24.
okay, you see it.
15.
Beyond, you're not really looking for it and you don't really notice.
20, not natural.
Yeah, you definitely notice.
I'm 34, but I already knew.
Yeah, and you already know too. So, yeah.
Leith is maybe not as subtly as he should be, just kind of like.
And
Ballista elbows him just a little bit.
she hasn't
He'll
given
stop.
you guys a second look yet because she's setting up like the winch and the rope
Pulleys and
situation and everything. But finally, she would say, "You already pay your gold."
We did, yes.
All right. And she looks over and she says, "Your party got a name?"
The Children of Destiny.
That's a good name.
We thought so.
Yep.
And she looks at you all and kind of sees the way some of you are staring, or the
You mother-
silly little smile.
Yeah, we've even got t-shirts available on teespring.com.
I've heard it's actually
Spring.com.
spring.com now because they have so much more than tea. They have mugs,
Right.
dice pouches, and more.
Yeah, they changed it, so spring.com for all of your merchandise needs.
Just search Dice Tales.
I met you before.
I do not believe
What?
so.
No, never.
This is my first time in Waterdeep.
We have only been here a few days. Well,
Yes.
Beyonce's been here before.
I'm just wondering, I guess. Strange question.
Why do you ask?
I don't know.
Are you an
Anyway,
adventurer too, then, or do you just run the elevator?
I go down there. Sometimes my father takes me.
How old are you?
16.
Has he taken you down there many times?
No.
Does he not like you to go down there very much?
It's not his favorite thing, but he just wants me to be more well trained before I brave the deeper levels.
Is that all you want, is to brave the deeper levels, or do you want to get out and do your own thing?
Well, someday I'd like to, but somebody's got to take over the portal. Father won't last forever, no matter what he thinks.
What
Woman
about
of
your mother?
duty. I admire that.
Well, Mother, she likes it well enough, but she's in love with an adventurer, not adventuring.
That makes sense.
I feel
Well-
like somebody should watch this place who understands why people do this.
You like adventuring? Is that your thing?
Yes, is that so strange? Obviously, you do too. You're here.
Yeah, not many young girls are really terribly into adventuring unless they're forced into it, I suppose.
Nobody had to force me.
And your father is an adventurer, so I assume he kind of
Well,
wants you to take up the family business.
Ex-adventurer, and
Ex-adventurer.
again, Mother's not super fond of that whole thing. She made him stop after all.
At this point, Jill kind of smiles and winks and just sort of shakes her head and is like, once an adventurer, always an adventurer, dear.
And you're probably right. You notice he's not here right now.
Yeah.
If you run into him down there, tell him next time he lets me come.
Mm-hmm. We'll tell him to get his ass back above ground. How about that?
Well, I mean, if he's enjoying himself.
Well, I have a thing or two to say to him, actually. I was trying to talk to your mum about having a meeting with him.
A meeting
So-
for what?
Just talk to him. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh, you're all friends?
Yeah. Old friends.
Make a bluff check.
God damn it. I was trying to avoid the conversation.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, fuck her, because my bluff is a 34. Dumb
Okay.
kid.
Dumb kid. Okay. And she would say, you didn't look that old, but I don't.
I'm not that old, but I mean, your father has a lot of friends. He's a popular man.
That's true. Definitely. Were you in the innkeeping business or taverns?
Somebody I knew was a long time ago. So I was by association, you know, when somebody owns a bar, everybody they know
That's
helps
true.
out.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I won't keep you, but is there anything you all want to know before you go down? You do have torches, don't you? There's no light down there.
People snap his fingers and cast dancing lights.
That'll work.
We're ready. Thank you.
As the two of them were discussing things earlier, I turned to Callista and said, "Hey, do you see like a resemblance there?"
Yes. I have siblings, Seamus.
Oh.
But
And
the
then
girl
they-
does not know it.
Oh. So this is the tea. Okay, let's go.
This is the tea.
Bill it, baby.
Spill the tea.
That ain't none of my business.
All right. So she points out that there's a few stairs that take you up to the top of the waist high level or lip of the well that Elite was having a hard time crawling up over before. There are steps on one side of it. She will lead you
There's
to the side with
On the
the
other side.
steps.
Oh my God.
There's a rope that hangs in the center of the well, and it is levered over to the lip by a beam in the rafters.
Is there a time when like the elevator is like at well level?
So apparently it's not an elevator. I thought it was, but it's just a rope, and you just crawl down the rope.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Katya, I think this is where we leave you.
Yeah. Well,
Like kitty can go down the rope.
as we're getting ready to go down the rope, Jill would say, "Oi, barkeep," and like kind
Hey.
of get his attention.
He looks
like,
up.
Drinks all around, everyone. Wish us luck.
And everybody, and you all the way up, like on the balconies and stuff, you see people raise their glasses and clink them together, and they say, "Cheers!" And you hear that echo around.
Clink, 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 clink.
Tons of clinking. Yep.
I put my hand on Katya's head and I look at Tamsil and I say, would you be willing to let my panther keep you company until we return? I do not think she can navigate the rope.
And she looks down at Katya and she says, I've got a place we could keep her.
Katya looks slightly suspicious. She's picturing a cage.
Oh, it's not that. It's a cute little room. It has to be.
Katya, you go with this young lady for now.
Come on, Katya. Come with me.
She kind of gives a baleful look over her shoulder like, seriously, you are leaving me again?
What is this? Rude.
But she follows.
And you would hear a couple people are like shouting things down at you guys now as you guys are getting in line to go on the rope. And one of them's like, odds are they come back in half an hour. And then another person's yelling, watch out for the manticores. And then a few of them are laughing.
I pull a manticore.
The what?
quill-
Oh, manticore.
I pull a
Manticores.
manticore quill out of my bag. I'm like, we've got it handled. Thank you.
And then there's like a big laugh that gets from people too. So
Awesome. Badass.
this seems
Can't
like
wait.
business as usual for these people here. All right. Who is riding the rope first?
I'm guessing
first.
Jill.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Woohoo!
Yay! Is it a climb check?
Yeah, it's not hard to write it down, so just don't crit fail.
I didn't. It's a 12.
You
I
say
did
that,
it.
and you just know I'm gonna do it now.
I
No,
know.
you're not. You're going to
I
get a nat
know.
20.
That's why I said it. All right, so down Jill goes. Woo! Rope burn on your hands.
Ow! Mother, you hear motherfucking echoing from down the well.
I'm assuming Merrick is right after Jill.
Yeah, Merrick can go next. He's fine. He's totally fine.
Like, are you
He
okay?
rolled an
I'm fine.
He rolled an 18. He's just no problem.
I'm realizing in hindsight, I could have used Dimension Door to get to the bottom and brought Katya with us.
Oh, well.
She's fine. She doesn't have to come.
With a 19, I feel like I get down good.
No problem.
I got a 16.
Yep, you're good.
Beyonce is going to look at the rope, look at his armor, and just say, well, might as well go down in style. And then he'll cast Angelic Aspect.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like,
you hear
oh,
the gas and the laughs and the people just being super impressed. And you hear somebody yell, "Hail Tia!"
I'll like kind of fly back up and like point at that person and then head back down.
Finger guns. We just standing there with that face, staring at the rope.
So Beyonce looks glorious as he floats down
Oh, yeah.
with his angelic wings.
Yeah, he does.
And because of all of the taunting and catcalling that's going on from the balconies, Leith tries to do something that looks cool and like grabs it, locks his ankles around it, and like tries to give a salute before sliding down, and just biffs it. And like you put it out into the universe, and it happened. I rolled a natural one.
Did you seriously?
Like the secret. You have power.
Can't joke about these things when I'm rolling
I'm
dice.
sorry,
because
I
it will
forgot.
happen.
So
Dice hard.
down Leaf plummets, and Beyonce, you're flying down, correct?
Yep.
So
Can you
You
catch
would-
him?
Can I try and like catch him?
yeah, make a reflex save because you would suddenly hear Leaf coming down.
He's like a toddler. Like, he's not that heavy.
No.
That's a 17.
All right, so you can catch him, and Leith, you find yourself in Beyonce's strong arms. No problem. He will
Guess
get
like
you down
Supposed to
that
look
safe.
cool.
And just laughter echoing like crazy from the top of the hole.
Well, now you do look cool as I'm taking him down, like flapping my wings.
Mm-hmm.
Leith just kind of glares in response. He's a little embarrassed.
Oh,
Aw,
buddy.
buddy.
When I
All
get to
right.
the bottom, I'll just
Well,
set him down
as you
and tap
guys
him
are
on his head.
heading down, it's quite a ways, but about, let's see, let me find it.
When you get to the bottom,
around
Jill's
the
gently blowing on her
fifth-
hands.
around the 50 feet point, it's completely dark down here by this point. So you're falling through darkness down the down the
I mean, I
rope.
do have my dancing lights that would
Okay, your dancing lights will give it some illumination
swirl
as you
around,
guys
yeah.
head down. And down at the bottom, Jill, you will slip off the rope and land on a sandy floor and step aside so that Merrick can land. And then one by one, each of you will land inside of this first space.
Are
Can
there
I
any
find
coins?
Leith's
Are there any
copper
coins?
coin?
Damn it!
Hold on.
Oh my
and then,
God.
And then beyond, you can explain your little entrance that you had.
Oh, as I slow down, like I'll kind of slow down, set him down, and then just be like, "You looked very cool," and then tap him on his head.
Patronize him.
Oh, I'm sorry. You would have been told before you went down, she would have told you that when you want to be drawn up, hit one of the shields to make a noise, and they will drop a bucket, put another gold in, they'll bring you up.
They won't bring us up. until
Probably
we
should have
pay
told
us
you about the
gold.
gold before you went to.
There's gold down there. You'll be fine.
Oh,
Yeah, also, we
Oh
got
my
a little
God.
cash. We're okay.
What
Yeah.
a system. Sorry, they didn't
Your
bring any
family's
gold.
running a racket here, Jill.
Yeah,
Your
no
dad has
shit.
a racket. He built a
All right,
cavern
No wonder
around the
he's
dungeon.
rich.
Go in my dungeon. It'll be
All right,
fun, they
guys.
said. You don't get to come out alive unless you pay us more money, they said.
Yep. That's why he's rich. Shrewd.
And
That's what they call
let's
that.
like actually loot corpses this time.
Yes, let's.
That'd be a good idea.
You tell me
Sick.
you want to play the game, Ross.
All right.
No.
so what's in this room?
Looking around, you're in a dark like 40-foot square-shaped room. The only exit appears to be there's a tunnel that leads south before bending to the west, so you can't see where it's going to. There's a thin layer of sand that covers the floor, and then dented, rusty shields adorn the walls, which are also covered with graffiti. There's probably about 60 of these old shields, and they look like covered in rust. Yeah.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Basically, like people, or like so and so was here, or like
For a good time call.
people who put their party name and then a number, which you presume might be the layer that they got down to, because some of them have crossed it out and put like one that's lower. Some that are like rest in peace and then names.
There's
Right.
one penis.
Yeah, definitely.
There has to be at least one.
Definitely some penises.
For a good time call.
Janet.
There's one like misconnection things where someone's like, we met on level 2. You had this axe, and then they like draw it, and then find me at.
Aw.
And I turn to the group and I say, friends, I believe we've stumbled on some sort of teenage hangout spot.
At least their first level. So is there a copper coin in the sand?
Are you gonna search the sand?
Yes.
All right, make a perception check.
It's only a 23.
23. That's fine. So you just kind of casually with your foot push some of the sand aside, and you see there's a lot of little crap underneath the sand here and there. Like your foot hits what looks like an iron spike that rolls away. You get sand off from maybe an empty wine skin. You see a tinder box. You see what actually, like, you have to shake a bunch of sand off it, but it looks like a pair of pants sized for an adult human.
that was the other
I do
one.
not think I want to know why someone left their pants behind.
Adventure gets your blood up. What do you want?
You know, sometimes it's just like that, and you just have that happen. And then you also would see, let's see, it is a blue glowing crystal shard that gets uncovered, and then a coin. So yes, you would find the coin.
Hey, congratulations.
So I'll hand the coin back to Leith, and then I want to look at that crystal shard.
All right. It has a soft glow to it. So
Does it seem magical?
it looks
Not even
sharp.
stone.
Do you have some way to detect magic, spellcraft,
I
anything?
can cast Detect Magic.
I mean, I have spellcraft, or you can cast detect magic either way.
I would cast Detect Magic.
It does not ping as magic, so it must be some sort of natural luminescence that this crystal has.
Oh, in that case, I pick it up.
I think it just
Okay.
glows in the dark.
Does it seem like it actually so it's not like emitting light like
It's
we can
not
see by it?
incredibly bright. No, it's just like in this dark room where the only light is this soft dancing lights. It
Not
has
quite
a little
that glow
a
stick.
little glow to it. Yeah.
Would anyone like a slightly glowing crystal?
I'll take it.
I'll hand it to Beyonce.
Yeah,
Kind of pretty.
you could put it like, and it would just look creepy.
Oh, like
Mount it to the iPad.
put it in my eye socket?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was very pokey. That sounds
Yeah, it's a
perhaps not
I'll
wise.
examine to see its shape. Like you
It's
realize
pretty
I still-
sharp. Yeah.
You realize I still feel in there, right?
I did not realize
Can
that.
you
no.
guys make perception checks for me?
everybody perception.
Just jam it right into my friend's.
Jesus. 29.
22.
Yeah, 29 for me.
25.
All right. Those of you who got a 20 and above, which I think was everybody. Was that everybody? Except for Merrick, apparently.
Ah!
Whatever.
What?
Whatever.
He's
looking at
watching
this-
his girlfriend for nonverbal cues.
It's true. It's true. Would here, there's a wall to the north, but beyond that wall, you hear soft retreating footfalls.
You said there's shields all along these walls, right?
Yes, there are.
Is there a shield or shields to the north?
The whole wall is covered with shields.
Oh, it's like tiled. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I want to go over to the north wall and I want to like pull on the shields a little bit and kind of see if I can see through to the other side. I just wanna
Okay, so you
investigate.
start pulling on shields. Basically, the moment you touch the shield, it pretty much crumbles and falls apart,
Awesome.
revealing
You
wall
broke it.
behind it.
Wall.
So, yeah.
Thought we were supposed to hit those shields to make noise. They do not seem very hit worthy.
Well, I mean, they only have to be hit once. There's plenty. And
Yeah,
there
you
is
notice a few of them missing in spots here and there on the wall.
interesting. So we heard footfalls through the wall.
Through the
presumably
wall.
then?
But it could be another part of the dungeon somewhere.
Okay.
Is there anything on the wall that looks like a depression, like a weird rock, like
You
anything
can
that
search
could?
it more. You can make a perception check
Yeah.
and go over and check it more. Carrie, you can too.
Yeah, I'd like to.
22.
I got a 39 perception.
Oh, Jill.
Jill beats Callista.
You move a few more of these rusty shields by basically breaking them apart. And you would find that there appears to be a secret door built into the wall.
Secret passage.
Tiny-
Everybody take a drink.
Tiny
Secret
depression.
Yes, cool.
And there's also, you notice, a 1-inch diameter hole bored through it at a height of 5 feet. It
Like
would
a
have been
peephole?
between where the shields were, there was like a little peephole. Yep.
Oh, peephole. I want to look through the peephole.
Okay, you look through the peephole and it's pretty dark in there, so you can't really see anything. You don't have dark vision.
No, I don't. I have low light.
I will.
Can you send
have-
one dancing
yeah.
light through?
You watch as one
A
of the dancing
single
lights goes
dancing
up
light.
to the hole and like squeezes itself through and goes out the other side.
I imagine there is like a little like as it squeezes itself.
You watch it wiggle a little bit and then
Has to start a diet on Monday.
It just looks like up ahead there's a tunnel and it hits a wall like within 10 feet, but then it seems to curve away.
Guys, there's a secret tunnel through here. We need to get our way through. I feel like it's probably a shortcut.
is there a door
there-
handle?
Is that how do we open the
You
door?
with that perception check, you guys can figure out where like there's little places you can push in and it will open the door.
Oh, you see this
It
button right
rumbles
here?
and opens and swings aside.
It's a push, not a pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, understandable.
I think it's
Nice.
this way.
Also, when one of the shields breaks, it reveals some graffiti beneath it.
What does it say?
Well, it seems to be written in blood or something that looks a lot like blood. So that's the first thing you would notice about it. And it says, "Beyond the pillar forest, the Mad Mage waits,
Oh,
casting spells behind magic gates."
okay.
I feel like that's more than a 4-hour trip.
Don't need to go all the way down there.
Speaking of which, Leith, what time is it?
We'll pull out his watch.
10 minutes have passed.
And he'll look at it. It's he's all right.
He'll float a lantern over to illuminate it. We've got time.
So it was.
I feel like that's going to be the catchphrase. We've got time.
we've got time. We've got time.
We got time.
Takes you like an instant to bounce back. You're fine.
It was beyond the pillar forest. The Mad Mage waits, and then what was
But I
the second
gotta
part?
like get in character and stuff.
Casting spells behind magic gates.
Okay. So I imagine the cinematic shot of the wall going
Oh, yeah.
like sliding aside, and then all of us like standing there in the Avengers pose. Like, cool.
Like probably silhouetted by the dancing lights.
100%.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I want to start. I'm marching,
Fan art, anybody?
being tangentially aware of traps.
Tangentially aware. All right. So, what is your perception bonus? Because I'm
I'm
going
going to
to
boot
My perception
Jill.
bonus is a 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna boop Jill. Not that she next.
Do you have a bonus
necessarily
on
needs
that
it.
when looking for traps from being a
Yes,
rogue?
I do actually. I have
Usually
trap
half
sense.
half your level, I think.
Correct, which makes it a 26.
26. Okay.
Yes.
Sweet.
So you don't really need it, but
Thank you,
Giving
though.
you
It's the
guidance.
thought that counts.
yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. So you head down there and you go about 10 feet and then it curves to the left. And
Okay.
it's a narrow hallway. You can only go like single file. So Merrick's right behind you, Jill. And immediately it turns and branches off to the right, or it keeps going straight and you see it kind of bends ahead again, so you don't know where it's going. So you can either go straight or to your right, it like snakes around in another direction, or there's a door on the wall right off to the right that
So
is just built in there.
We heard footfalls, yes?
Mm-hmm.
This is a sandy bottom, yes?
Not here. That was
Not
just
here,
in
it's
the
not?
in the main place where you fell.
Can I do like a survival check to see if there's any kind of like sign
Yep,
that the person
sure
has passed
can.
this way? All right. And I also get track, which I add my half my level to it. So here we go. Okay. Oh my Christ. Well, that's pretty freaking good. That is a 32.
Oh yeah, one person came through here, medium sized, probably human, and it looks like they went through that door.
Great.
You
I
can
go
see
through the-
sand left from where they were.
I want to like look for traps on the door and see if there's any traps.
Okay, checking the door.
Perception check.
You get a
It's-
+1.
I do get a +1, and I also get a trap sense, which is +6. So it's +7 ultimately, which is a 38.
Holy shit! Dun 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 dun. There's no trap on this door.
Good. I try to open it.
You do. It opens. And there's a crash as there appeared to have been some crates that were like jammed in the corner next to this door. And you pull the door open, like it comes towards you.
Okay.
And it looked like whoever went through there, like there was a stack of plates that were like on top of the crates and they like shoved them against it. So when you open the door, it all falls over. It was like precariously balanced.
Wow. Okay.
And there's a loud crash. So it's not a trap, but there is just a very old fashioned alarm system that goes off. And you
Wow.
would hear that.
Wow.
They know we're here.
Who is they?
I pull out my axe. I'm like, who gives a shit if they do?
And it leads down to, there's a hallway that goes down ahead to another door.
I continue forward, being tangentially aware of traps.
Okay. Constantly tangentially.
That's
aware.
our next t-shirt, by the way, tangentially aware of traps.
Basically, anytime there is a trap, as long as you're saying you're being aware of traps, then I will just roll. to
Thanks.
see. So you don't have to do the rolling.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So opening that door.
Yeah.
Okay. This one doesn't have any sort of weird thing against it.
Good.
And it opens into a hallway, a large hall. And in this hall, you would see statues standing atop stone plinths in the middle of the room facing east. There's 3 of them, and they're 6 feet tall. They seem to depict male Waterdavian nobles clad in decorative plate armor. Also, lying at the base of the central statue are the bones of a long dead hobgoblin and a white wooden staff broken in half.
Like a magic staff or just like
It's way over there. We don't
a
know.
walking staff?
It looks, you don't know, you'd have to go look at it closer.
Leaf
I,
will go and pick it up and holding the 2 ends together, cast mending.
Ooh,
His
I didn't
new
know you had
cantrip.
that.
All right. As you take a step towards it, out behind the statues steps a couple of people, and they look humanoid. They're wearing like black cloaks that hang down over their face, but they notice they look quite pale.
Oh no!
Make perception checks.
No! Oh God, I got a 22 is all.
16.
19.
37.
All right, 37.
23 for me.
All right, those of you who got the 15 and above would notice that they seem to have faint red traces, like dried here on them. And you immediately like vampire.
Oh.
Callista, you notice something else. The paleness of their face seems to be a little cakey.
Oh my God! Yes! Happy Halloween, bitches!
So seeing that, Leith is going to grab
And
the pendant.
they open their mouths and they bear these fangs at you that Callista, again, you feel like don't quite match the color of their other yellow teeth. Everyone else does. So
Holy shit. Holy
So
shit.
Leith grabs the pendant that he got from Salune and holds a palm out in their direction. And he casts Disrupt Undead. And so like a beam of pale moonlight just shimmers forth from his palm and catches one of them straight in the chest.
okay,
Oh my
so
God.
the light explodes as one of them is going to like immediately say something, and you would hear them say, "If you will pass, you must," and then they get hit with this light in the chest, and they just sort of look down at it for a second. The other one looks at them and then like elbows them, and then the person goes, "Ah!" and like ducks behind the statue again as the other vampire like shrinks back behind theirs.
That's fucking phenomenal. Now, once that happens, can I do another perception check to see if I notice all this tomfuckery?
Same.
Yes, you
Or
may.
sense motive.
Actually, sense motive in this case.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to say, wow, fake vampires. I wonder what other terrifying things this portal holds.
I got a 33.
I got a 9.
Okay.
I rolled
you
a
think
natural.
you crushed it, Leith. You killed that vampire. He must be dead back there.
I rolled a natural 1, so I'm like, let's slay these abominations. Let's run again with Justifier.
They're evil, my eyes.
It is makeup. Oh.
They're kids. Beyonce, they're kids. I got a 33. Do I know this is bullshit?
Yeah, you have figured
Okay.
out that this is not what's really
I, at this
going
point,
on
put my
here.
hand on Beyonce's chest. I'm like, Beyonce, they're kids. They're teenagers or something. It's a prank.
He's like frothing at the mouth, running at them.
Vampires! So if you go around the side of the statue, Beyonce with like Justifier raised and probably glowing with divine light. You would see that one of them is like pushing the other one back towards a tunnel.
Oh, well, that's not very fun.
Can I try to grab one of them?
Yes, you can. It's a CMB
Awesome.
check.
CMB.
CMB.
So roll and add CMB.
Yes.
CMB.
That is a 24.
Ooh.
That is enough. So you grab him by that cloak hood and yank it back, and you hear him go, "Ugh," which is, seeing as how vampires don't have to breathe, is also telling.
I turn them around and I kind of pull the cloak down.
Okay, and it is in fact a rather young looking figure, maybe in his late teens, possibly, just like a scrawny kid with like some hair in his eyes, who's clearly got his face painted to look like a vampire with some fake fangs that he is sporting. And he looks a little worried at this. And you see him swallow, and his Adam's apple just sort of move up and down.
I just kind of look at him for a minute.
Look, we're just let us go. We'll leave, I promise.
I just have to ask, how did you see this ending well? Pretending to be a vampire, pretending to be an abomination in a place where adventurers come to test their mettle. How did you not expect to die?
It worked on the last kids who came through here.
What do you mean it worked on them? What did you do?
They gave us money, so we'd let them go by.
Oh.
You know that real vampires do not ask people for money.
Yeah, well, they don't know that. They've never met real vampires.
At this point, Jill kind of laughs.
Leith is going to use Haunted Fae aspect so that he can just like faintly glow and look very menacing.
Like an evil leprechaun.
Yeah, okay. You guys are way cooler than they are. I'm very sorry. This was
What
a
if I had used a
misunderstanding.
different spell? You could have died.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
You were lucky.
I could have turned you into bacon.
It was Tarl's idea. He said that this would work out for us, and then we could be his seconds in the gang if we could get enough money.
The gang.
That guy he's an idiot, and you shouldn't listen to him.
What he said.
But Beyonce looking like he still has his wings and everything out right now. Like he's gonna like grab them and say, "Do something better with your lives than pretending to be abominations," and then just like push him against a wall.
Jill is kind of laughing, kind of pretty hard at this whole thing. This is almost like cathartic to laugh at something. And Jill said, wait. Before you go, did an elf man pass this way? Looked rich, fancy guy.
Elf man?
Yeah. Did he pass this way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he pass this way? He went through your tunnel.
There's a lot of elves who come through here.
Well, this one you would know. He looked rich. He looks like he knows what he's doing, probably.
Oh, you talking about the guy who owns the bar?
Yeah, the guy who owns the bar, that one.
Yeah, he came down here. We stay far away from him.
I was gonna say he probably knows all your bullshit.
He's like a freaking barbarian.
He's a barbarian. Oh. And Jill at this point kind of looks at her own biceps and is like, "Oh, okay, well, okay, good to know." He came this way recently. How long ago?
I don't know. It was probably like a week ago.
Week ago. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You should probably leave and
okay.
never come back. I flick them a gold and I'm like, that's for your ride up.
Thanks. Gotta get out of here.
For the ride
Yeah, you're
up.
welcome.
For the ride up. Low level dungeon.
I'm kind of like at this. Jill looks over at Seamus and he's like, "Did you ever do anything stupid like that when you were a kid, Seamus? That seems like the kind of stupid shit you would do when you were a kid."
Most certainly, yes. In fact, I might have done something a bit dumber, actually.
I want to hear a story later. Now,
Someday.
So Leith has put this staff back together.
All right, you're gonna go deal with the staff.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
hold
mend it.
on.
Yeah.
Let me get the staff here. Remember, I am doing this on the fly from this module as we go.
let's have
If
a
it's
small
broken,
hand for Brooke, everybody, doing it on the fly. The yawning portal. The yawning portal.
Well, this one is it's actually the Mad Mage. So
The Mad Mage, everyone.
the Mad Mage. Dungeons
Mad
and Dragons. Let's go.
Oh, is this Dungeon of the Mad Mage?
Yeah, that's why
Oh,
I asked.
I don't know anything about it, but I've heard of it.
Okay.
Neat.
Neato. We're just dipping our toes into Dungeons with the Mad Mage.
Well,
giving
we
you
have
some flavor.
Just 4
Yeah,
hours
right.
worth, but in game time, not real
Yeah,
time.
you know.
like you do.
You know,
As
I
one
can't-
does. All right. So you put the staff back together, and immediately it makes a sound. It wails, "Help! Thief! Criminal!"
Like out loud, not in his head?
Yes.
the staff does.
Like really loud.
Jill holds her axe back. She's like, "Leaf, hold it out. I'll chop it in half again."
Was it coming from
Abomination!
the staff, or was it coming from the body?
Leaf, hold it out. Leaf, hold it
I'm not stealing anything. I was just putting you back together.
And it goes silent, but its words echo down the halls.
Oh,
Well, our vampire friends probably heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think they are coming back.
Yeah, weren't those just like teenagers anyway?
Yeah, not if they know
can
it's
I
good
thought
just
for
say
like-
that I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to kill vampires just then.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
get
you
to
have to
kill
go
something.
deeper to find vampires.
Well, yes,
get
I
to
mean, I
kill
was a little
something.
surprised. It's like, but I thought this was going to be like a let's work out our feelings sort of thing.
We did that
We have to
last
keep
time.
we have to keep going to do that.
I'm having a great time.
Can I cast Identify on this staff?
Sure you can.
Let's work out. our
See
feelings.
if
Roll that
it-
spell crowd check.
Ooh, that's not bad. Spellcraft. 27?
Strangely, when you cast the spell on it, and you start to become aware of like the very faint magic on the staff, you can feel it lingering and fading away just as you're casting the spell. It's like all the magic in the staff is drained away and is gone now.
He just used it to scream.
Dear God, no! And then it's done.
Yep.
Screaming into the void. It's,
Beyonce, can I see
Boy,
that crystal
same.
again?
yeah, sure. What do you need it for?
I'll just take it and I'll like wedge it into the top ornate portion of the staff. And then I'll just hold it out to Seamus. I thought the old man could use a nicer walking stick.
Oh.
Gonna take it in my hands and look it over. Just, this is a fine stick.
Seamus the White.
I have no idea if it'll break if you hit anything with it, but
I
it kind of
mean-
matches your aesthetic.
I'll probably just walk with it. I'm, hitting things. My fists are pretty good.
But it looks good, Seamus, though. It's
Oh
hot.
yeah, no. And then he holds it out like does a little quick pose. And clearly this is working.
Oh. You look very majestic. It adds mystique. Well, shall we
All right.
continue?
Right, where to
We
next?
should keep going.
So there's the tunnel, the bendy tunnel that they ran off through. There is also a door in the southeast corner of this room. And then further down past all the statues in the northwest corner, there's some stairs that go down and continue down a hallway down that way.
What
Down like they're
way-
going down to a lower level?
No, it doesn't go down very far.
Oh.
What way seems like the way a barbarian badass guy would go?
You don't know.
Can I make a survival check to find out? Or a sense motive?
No, it's
Okay.
been a week.
But it seems like probably the way that the kids ran off is probably a fairly safe way. So probably we want to pick one of the other two ways.
Probably not that way. Yeah, that's fair.
Jill kind of starts to think of like trying not to overthink it, but which way she would go. Like if she were just adventuring down here, what way she would go.
Did you take the door or the stairs?
I mean, I would take the door.
Okay. All right. The door seems to head back in the direction that you guys came from ish. I guess that's the direction that room is. So you guys open the door and it kind of leads into a short hallway that then takes an immediate right down a very long hallway.
I continue down. being, of course, tangentially
Continue
aware
down.
of traps.
It seems to go quite a
Of
ways. Like it goes on and on and on and on and on. And you can only see so far with the dancing lights. At one point, there's a hall that branches off to the left, or you can keep going straight.
Straight.
Straight?
I don't know. I guess Jill doesn't want to be a bitch. She looks around at people. It's like, I mean, straight is as good as anyway. Does anybody have a severe preference for left?
Seems
Not
like this is
particularly.
mainly your adventure, Jill. We are.
Uh,
Where are you being led?
straight.
Then it
Wait,
is straight.
I have a scroll of augury if we want to,
Yes!
waste this thing that I've just been holding on to for who knows how long.
Ages.
Ask it if straight is a good choice. It's like a magic 8-ball.
So I will open the scroll,
Mm-hmm.
Cannot
And-
detect now.
read it.
And what are
Cast
you,
augury.
what exactly are you auguring? Is what a good idea?
This isn't a spell that I actually have, so I have to look up.
Oh, what
how
you have to do
exactly-
is just say so if you could either say, would going straight be a good or bad idea, or you could say, would going left be a good or bad idea?
Is straight going? Is going straight the best idea for finding adventure quickly?
All right. Finding adventure quickly.
Oh,
That
God,
wasn't- you weren't
Lee.
actually asking if it was a good idea or a bad idea.
Just say it's a
No.
good idea.
Leith is under the impression we're down here to beat some shit up, and
I mean, that seems accurate.
yeah.
So the response you get is wheel, which is that it would probably bring good results.
The scroll says that yes, we should go straight.
I kind of like smile. I'm like, what did I tell you? And I start to go straight.
Does anything like happen to it? I can't use it again, right?
Yeah, it just like burns up and it's gone.
Shit. That seems like a sad use of the augury scroll. But I guess
But how long have you
you
had it?
can't let it
Yeah.
out of your hand.
We
Look,
got
at a
it
certain
a long
point-
time ago.
Certain point, you got to use it.
I'm glad
All
you
right.
remembered you had it. Yeah.
At the
great.
end of a long hall is a 50-foot square room with 5 pillars made of mortared humanoid bones painted black. The floors of this alcove, or the little alcoves up on the side, are littered with gnawed bones. And you would see some shapes float out from alcoves to the north and to the east. And what you see is disturbing and terrific. It resembles an oversized bulbous brain with a large parrot-like beak. 10 long tentacles dangle beneath it as it
No!
floats, each one ending in a barbed head.
This
So
is bad.
There's just one of these things, or there's multiples?
there's 2 of them. This would be a dungeoneering check.
I have dungeoneering.
I do too.
I got
do too,
but
but
I
I'm
got a
not good at
7.
it.
I got a 19.
Nice.
I got a
Oh.
4.
8.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, I don't even
What
have
I
it, so
needed
can't
for
do it.
this is hold on. I need a 18 or above.
I got a 19.
Got it.
A 19? Okay. Then you would know that this is a grell. That's what it's called. And you have one question about its stat block, but you would know they're like a subterranean race of brain-like horrors that are notable for their philosophical devotion to consumption. Most of them lead feral existences, dwelling in caves and tunnels. They act like predatory beasts, but have keen minds that view the hunt as the core act of their existence and the killing and eating of a victim to be sacramental. So, yeah. And you get one question about its stat block or anything else about it in general.
Are they like Resistant to anything?
Are they resistant to anything? Yes, they are immune to electricity and to visual spells and effects because they are blind.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just say, all right, these are things we want to get rid of very quickly. They want to eat us. Do not use electricity. Also, they cannot see.
I think that's 6 seconds on the nut.
And we're going to roll for initiative.
Wow, let's go.
Are they aberrations?
They
Is
are
a horror
aberrations.
they are?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hey,
Yes.
that's
They
Secret enemy.
are.
Whisper it
You
to your
actually get to
bow,
use
bro. Whisper it to your bow. I got a. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I will wait.
Ooh, they got nat 20 in it.
rude.
15 for Seamus.
Hold on, I got to call out. Merrick crit failed.
Oh no.
He's just looking at Jill's backside, I guess.
I mean, I can't.
All
You
right.
can't blame him.
Callista, what'd you get?
22.
Beyonce?
6.
6. Leith?
17.
Seamus?
15.
And Jill.
14.
All right. Well, they get to go first. Check this out. And twice, because they get that bonus round. So just for some perspective, like size-wise, they're about 3 feet in diameter, and their tentacles hang down about 5 to 8 feet.
Oh my god.
So they are pretty nasty looking. And Jill, since you were out front, one of them is floating right at you. And it's going to reach out. It's actually stopping 10 feet away from you and reaching out with one of its tentacles.
Oh
It
god.
can reach all that way. But it only got a 13. So it's
Does
easy
not
enough for you
hit.
to avoid. That would be if you're flat-footed AC too.
What? Flat-footed. Remind me. So what do I do?
Yeah, that would be without your dex bonus.
Yeah. Still doesn't hit.
Okay. The other one is going to float forward and it's going to attack Merrick. But wow, it crit failed.
Oh,
Wow,
thank
what
God. Oh
a
my God.
comedy of
Paradise.
errors
On
happening
this stupid
here.
adventure. I'm gonna be pissed.
Okay, so I got my crit fail card. Stinging failure. It's taking some non-lethal damage and has a -2 penalty on attack rolls. As it somehow stings itself with its own barb.
What
Like
happens
this.
when you're just an exposed brain?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Cool. And then they both get to go again. So now they get 2 attacks. It's the other one's going to float closer to you, Jill. This time it gets a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I thought that might. And then it's also going to try to bite you. And it got a 24.
Yeah, that hits too.
Okay. Well, let's see how this goes for you. I need some D4s.
Why?
You decided to come down here.
Yeah.
7 damage from the tentacle, that barbed tentacle that digs
Yeah.
into your skin.
Yeah.
And it gets a chance to grab you from that. It got a 17 grapple versus your flat-footed CMD.
Versus my flat-footed CMD does not get me.
Good. And then I need you to make a fortitude save
Okay.
as you feel it inject something into you.
Got a 17.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, good.
But your muscles feel like they're starting to seize up a bit.
I got a
but
cramp.
You push past it. And then it bites you and does 5 more damage from
Ow.
that.
Okay.
Yep. And the other one's going to go at Merrick again, but it's got a negative to its thing, and it's just a failing all around. So that's a no, but that's what Merrick's doing this round, is just
Eric
trying
breaks
to avoid
into an
it.
instant sexy sweat.
Yes. Yes.
But of course,
Callista, it's your turn.
Yeah, I am going to. Am I within 30 feet? We're all kind of close together,
Yeah,
right?
you guys are all pretty close,
All right.
so.
I'm going to shoot the one attacking Jill. I'm going to use many shot to shoot 2 arrows at the same time.
All right.
That one is cocked. Ooh, that's not great. 24 and a 39.
Those will both hit readily.
And that is 8 points of damage from each arrow.
All right. Nice. And that's at the one that was hitting Jill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and it was actually +4 to both of those attacks too.
Okay.
But they hit anyway, so it did not matter.
Yes, they did. All right. So you land 2 arrows in its gross, soft, squishy brain membrane. Nasty.
Nice.
Leaf.
Get him, Leith.
Leith is going to. Hold on, I need to make sure this isn't a touch spell. Tis a touch spell. Okay. Leith will run up and try and grab one by a tentacle.
Okay.
And
Touch that
cast
tentacle.
poison.
Ooh.
So I need a.
Touch AC tech.
It's a natural 20 plus 9.
Oh,
Oh yes,
Get
and
him,
it does
get
do double poison damage when you roll. So.
Okay, well, it's poison
Assuming it
damage
fails, yeah.
is sorry, I'm still using a new
Does it get
app.
any kind of save? I assume no, because you rolled.
Fortitude save of
Okay.
19.
It did make that.
Oof.
So it got a 23.
So saving throw negates the effect.
Oh.
Oh.
Boo.
Womp womp womp.
Well, you squeeze his tentacle. He doesn't
Honk.
it makes him uncomfortable. And probably you also.
The old tentacle squeeze.
like you
So-
do.
Okay. That's a bummer, because that was a really
Yeah.
good spell.
So does it totally negates everything, or is there like an ongoing effect of the fortitude?
So it says saving throw fortitude negates, but the description says calling upon the venomous powers of natural predators, you infect the subject with a horrible poison by making a successful melee touch attack. The poison deals 1d3 constitution damage per round for 6 rounds. So it sounds like fortitude
Yeah.
just cancels the whole thing.
Boo. All right, Seamus.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. How far away is the brain that was Leaf was just tangled with?
Within like 20 feet of you.
Okay, so within 20 feet, that's good. So I'm gonna start a flurry of blows with a flying kick.
Nice.
And try and just like
Yeah.
Jet Li right into this guy. Ooh, and probably, I don't know, maybe not, with a 14 to hit on that first one.
14 is not enough.
Oh no.
So, okay, first one misses. All right, we'll call
Go
it,
right
you
over
know,
his head. Woo!
Just a getting there sort of move. The next one is a
You
20.
only get one because you moved.
No,
more than
it's
5
it's
feet.
a flying kick is a thing I can do to start a flurry of blows. And I
Oh,
can
like,
travel 30
gotcha.
feet.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. So this next one is a 22 to hit.
That one works.
Oof. Oof. Look at Chuck
That one,
knowing the
dude.
rules, by the way. Wow.
We've been playing this game for like 3 years, Carrie.
Congratulations.
So that's an 8 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, Jill, do you get sneak attack?
You
I
punch
sure
it
do.
right in that jelly side of it. It's real nasty.
But
I wish
wait.
you hadn't have done that.
But wait, there's more. So I get another hit.
Wait, there's more.
Okay, that's another good one. So that's actually a 29 to hit.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
Like in the zone.
So that does, not great roll, 5 damage. I got 2 more. So this one is not as good. 14 to hit, probably not.
Nope, that'll miss.
And final one is the Hail Mary. Oh, nat 20!
Whoa!
That's why
Nice.
multiple attacks is the best.
So this one is then 8 times 6, 18 damage on that final whip.
Nice.
Nice. Whap! Get him right on the snoot.
Yep,
15 damage on the snoot.
right on that brainy snoot.
47.
Gross.
That will destroy it. So your fist is gonna go through it, like it breaks the beak off and goes through the brain.
And it makes like a real squishy sound when it
Just a
goes in,
horrible squelching noise that
Awesome.
you wish you could unhear for the rest of you.
Holy
Yum.
shit!
Forever
Seamus.
clean.
Eh,
Well, that was gross. Here, who's scooch? Who's squelch?
Jill is like getting ready to pull out her short sword because she only has one axe after her
You,
sentimental
Jill.
bullshit. It's like, holy shit, Seamus. That was awesome.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I guess we continue on now. That's how
There's
dungeons
one.
work.
There's one more. There's one more.
Yeah,
Oh, there's two. Oh,
not
shit,
done
attacking
here.
your bow.
I thought there was only one.
Yes,
This
we
thing like
continue
trying
on.
to
Just leave,
skin her.
just leave Mary to deal with this
Right
other
on
one.
top of you.
It's
It's like actively attacking you.
Yeah, no, this wasn't. I thought the other one was actively attacking me. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this guy with an axe, and it is a 25 to hit.
that it's
Awesome. So how close to me is this one?
5 feet.
Okay, so I'm actually just gonna attack it like melee style. That is 10
Just
points
let
of
it
damage.
get you level. Okay.
10 points of damage. And then I'm going to attack him again. That's 19 to hit.
That will just hit.
Ooh, 19's the mark, team. Here we go. That's a 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and attack him one more time. Here we go.
Get it.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yes.
Yes, and that's max damage, which is 11 points of damage to hit him.
Woo!
Whack, whack.
That
whack
is
into the
enough.
face.
You chop him up. Guess what, you
Nice.
guys? You guys can handle a fight made for low-level adventurers.
In like a couple, in less than a round.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am.
It beats
So
the DC
the-
on a 3rd level spell.
The
So.
bodies of these things will just like squelch onto the ground disgustingly, just a pile of tentacles and beak. So that's nasty.
Ick.
Oh, shall we keep going?
A
there
lot of
anything
things I
else
can't
of
unsee there.
treasure?
Glad we came.
In the room?
Desiccated
Okay.
corpses,
You can-
undigestible materials.
You can look around, so do a perception check.
I will do so as well. 27.
Not as high as Carrie. 21. Nope. Nope.
The module
19.
The module specifically states, just to be mean, they have no treasure.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. So mean.
I mean, it seems as though we will need to go deeper.
This is a dead end. Like there's no other way out of here.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh.
Ah.
Backtrack.
Leaf will
Double
just
back.
prestidigitation Seamus's arm that went through the thing's brain and get that goop off him.
Oh,
Get the-
yes, thank you. That was quite gross.
Get the snot off of him. So I guess we double back, and the last option was door or
If
hallway.
you double back, there was that hallway that like where it branched off. And you
If you
guys
take-
didn't take the branch before.
So we could take a branch or we could go back and
Yes.
take that hallway.
You all noticed something else that was not there before, you're pretty sure. There is on the wall a glowing doorway shaped portal. It's glowing softly blue, and it's just there.
Last time we went through a portal in a wall, we ended up in the Shadowfell.
But
But
this
that was a
one's
purple
blue. The
portal.
last one's purple.
Purple's
Yes,
evil, blue's good.
I will remind you that we are on a bit of a time crunch, so let's not go to any other planes, please.
We
Is
won't
there-
be
Well,
going to.
here, someone hold my hand. And I am going to lean my head through the portal.
I take Callista's hand.
And I kind of-
I
mean-
will. I
take
will
Jill's
leave
hand.
without you. It's
You take Jill's hand.
Human
Yep.
chain.
Can I do a quick perception check to see if I smell pumpkin spice?
You can. Yes, you can.
The basic bitch scent.
6.
You can't smell much past the usual scent that wafts around.
It
usually.
smells like dead leaves.
I lean through the portal.
All right, you lean through the portal, and the second you do, you are sucked in, and so are all the people who are attached to you.
Oh no.
In they go. Shoop, shoop, shoop. Shoop, 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 shoop. So the people who weren't holding on just watched that happen.
what did I tell them?
Beyonce, I kind of think we have to go through now. I can still teleport you back in time.
And Merrick just goes because Jill just got
Jill went.
sucked in, and
That's
he's
fair.
not gonna just like let that happen. So in he goes.
Plus, I'm the one with the watch, so you should come anyway. And I'll grab Beyonce by the hand and try and like lean towards the portal, but am not.
Beyonce is
large
gonna
enough to-
resist.
So it's just Lee holding Beyonce by the hand and like leaning towards it, and he just like reaches fingers.
Hold on. Hold on. I've got a thing, and I will just cast sending to talk to Callista and say, where are you now?
What happened?
What happened? May I remind you that we are on a time crunch.
Where did we land?
There is no response.
Is there?
I can contact other planes with a 5% chance of failure.
Okay. Hold on.
Teleport across
Is there a portal on the other side where we landed?
Hold
No.
just
No, sorry.
Don't ask questions. I'm rolling things.
Figuring it out, bro.
No response.
Oh,
I really just want to reach back through the portal, grab Leaf, and yank them through, but I don't know if we can do
Is the
I've done that before.
like I told them, right? Leaf? It's like I have very simple requests.
We promised
Don't
we'd get
go.
you back in time.
Yes, but can you fulfill that response? This is very important.
I mean,
It's only been about 20 minutes.
if
because
Seamus were still
you
here,
guys
he can
are
vouch
high
for the fact
level.
that I can move us
You've
places.
been burning through this.
Come, little children.
Take me away.
Yeah. Good. Oh, Tiro.
Bro, I
Almighty.
listened
Okay.
to that today, like in prep for Halloween. It's like, you know what
Tiro
song sounds
Almighty.
great
Let's just do this.
We can't leave them in there without us. We're the two most important members of the group.
Ah, man.
Beyonce actually
Not
gives
wrong.
him a fist bump, and then let's go.
All right. And with that, we will draw to a close in preparation for our spooky interlude.
Spooky interlude part 2.
So
Spooky
exciting.
part
Spoopy.
The Halloween episode is my favorite episode.
We have left the module behind and wandered into whatever nonsense. I can
Brilliant.
launch
I
for
am
next
so sorry. Beyonce is not going to be in time.
And
Time might not exist in this other
Beyonce
place.
has to be back before dark. Come on.
Yeah.
I love how we're
Hit me
hoping
to
desperately.
the church on time.
I love how we're hoping desperately that time is fucked in this other universe.
You guys come out, it's 20 years later. Be careful what you wish for.
Oh no!
Last time
Like-
we did this, it was like 2 weeks later, which got Seamus into a lot of trouble with.
Well, that's right.
Yeah, whack!
Good card.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man!
feel like it'd be
I
fine
love
if it
you
was
all,
a
but you're
birthday
horrible.
party, but like
Yeah.
singing at a funeral is kind of a big deal to miss, and I would feel bad.
Same.
Also, teleport does not cover interplanar travel. I just
Just-
looked it up.
Yeah, and
so-
I didn't prepare plane shift. So
This was supposed to be a 3-hour tour.
Oh, 3 hour
Hour tour.
Well, next episode is 3 hours, so hopefully we get it done in that
A
time.
3-hour tour. That's got to be the name of the next episode.
A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour spooky tour. Haunted tour.
And with that, Love to see
All
you,
right.
everybody.
Bye, guys. We'll see you for
Mwah.
Halloween. Join us. It's the Friday of Halloween weekend. We will be doing our
Yes.
show. So it'll be a Friday night, 7 o'clock.
The
same
29th.
place, same channel. And we'll see you guys there. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.